All right, here we go. Thank you for joining us. It's the Pop Culture Green Room. Today you've got me, Kimberly Bryant, and I've got with a special guest, Connection Queen X. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, thank you so much for having me. I always love chatting with you.
Oh my gosh, I know, so much fun. We've got so much to catch up on. And of course, I want to talk about you because there's some things about you that I want to talk about and that you've seen, you've experienced things going on in our little reality TV pop culture world. Okay, that's the first thing I am going to get into because I can't help myself. Okay, so of course, you all know we've been following Vanderpump Rules
Yeah,
religiously from Bravo TV. Love it. And well, this season hasn't been what we thought it's been, but the awesome thing is that Connection Queen X, she's actually in the area, and I'll let you take over because she's gotten to find out like more things that's going on, and she actually passed by. Um, it's there's something about her. Did I
yeah,
say it right?
yeah.
Okay.
Something about it. Yep, yep.
Yes.
So,
Tell us all about it.
okay, so yesterday I saw both Katie, Ariana. I saw Lindsay Hubs
Mhm.
posting on Instagram. I think I saw also something from Stassi as well that they were at something about her, which is Ariana and Katie's Sandwich Shop that will be opening
Right.
on May 22nd. They are opening. So it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We have like 5 days until they officially open. Doors will be opening at 10 a.m. Now, I am a little bit sad because I do have work that day and I don't
Oh
think
no.
I know. I don't think I'm going to be able to go. I have a meeting at 9:30 and at 10:30 and I have to be there. So unless I can finagle my way out of it, I
I
don't
find a way.
yeah, I don't really think so. But my plan was I was going to drive by prior to opening around like 8 a.m. before work just to kind
Uh-huh.
of see, is there a line happening? How many people are there, like waiting outside? Because I imagine there is going to be a pretty long line for that opening.
Oh, I'm
I can see that
sure.
happen. Yeah.
Right. I mean, there's so many people. This has been what? 2 years? Has it been about 2 years? Almost a year and a half in the making? About
Yeah.
2 years.
About 2 years in the making. So I mean, it's like people in the area absolutely know about it. I know of people
Hmm.
that are coming from not in the area just for the opening. So I anticipate there being.
Right.
I think they're going to run out of bread. That's what I'm anticipating.
I think so. So I'm trying to figure out, are they going to set it up for people to go and get the food to go, or because I mean there's such limited seating, so I can imagine that's what they'll be
That's what
doing.
I was thinking too. Like, okay, there are. I'm just going to guesstimate really quick. There's probably like 10 tables inside. So I
Hmm.
can't imagine them inviting people in to like sit and eat per se, but I can see them being like, all right, like grab and go. You know, you could order, maybe take a picture, photo opportunity or something,
Right.
and then kind of be on your merry way. And then maybe after all of it dies down, then they'll go to like normal, regular business where
Uh-huh.
people can come in. But I imagine it's going to be like that for a little bit of a while, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Guess I'm still surprised that they chose that location because I already figured it was a tough spot to begin with the traffic and everything. Not only that, but the zoning and then the violations and that could occur. It's just a shit show.
And
I'm just
West
surprised that
Hollywood
they
in
chose that
general,
spot.
I feel like is just like that, like with all of the different
Hmm.
coding and everything. They made them take the patio down. The patio was it was very cute, and that would have like afforded
Yeah,
them more seating too. So that probably was also frustrating. But I mean, going
hmm,
yesterday it was very cool. I'm not gonna lie. I got to see both Ariana
yeah.
and Stassi. And Katie made eye contact. I was all about that. I was like, I like so
That's
fan.
funny.
I like couldn't even hold it in. And it was cool to see Stassi there too, only because of everything that's
Hmm.
been going on with like the rumors of Katie and Stassi are no longer friends. And it's like, no, I think that they are just in two different phases. And when they can see each other, they
Right.
see each other. I
Hmm.
think they still support one another. Like, what was your take on that?
Yeah, so I always thought that's what I thought that Stassi basically she grew up. She's got a family now. She's married. She pulled herself away from reality TV. She's doing great. She's doing awesome. I actually like Bo a lot. Bo's really cool. Just from
Yeah.
watching all throughout all the seasons. Out of everybody that she's ever dated, I thought he was actually my favorite. He just seems like a real solid, a cool dude. And I think that's what it is. I think that their lives are just different. I don't think they ever had a falling out per se, but yeah, it was really cool seeing her there. I really like that, seeing her there with her family.
Right? No, seriously. And I don't think that they ever had a falling out
Mhm.
either. I just think that friendships go through ebbs and flows. And I just feel like
Right.
I like seasons of life. Like you might be closer to someone in this season, and then in the next season, depending on what's going on in your life, you're closer with someone else. I don't think that there's any bad blood though, you know?
Yeah. Oh no, no, 1,000%. I
Now,
don't think so.
I have not yet has seen Sheena or Lala go to the sandwich shop to support.
I wonder if that'll happen, and if it does happen, do you think it'll be? I can see Sheena going there the day of the grand opening, like grand opening when everyone's there.
Okay, same. I was kind
I
of
can
thinking
see, I can see, I can see She, Brock, and Summer moon rolling it up in there. I can see that.
because I
Lala,
can't see her not
I don't
going.
think. Oh
I
wait, I'm
can't
still
see
like,
Sheena like not going to that.
yeah, yeah. That'll be interesting. I'm really curious about the dynamic now, especially after the reunion, because and it bothered me because I was pulling for Lala. I really was. But then as the season kind of like went on, you just kind of watched it was to me it was just a lot of self-production. And then but then the way she threw Katie under the bus like that, I thought that
Well,
just it
okay, so
wasn't cool.
two parts. First,
Hmm.
Sheena was on either her own podcast or somebody else's podcast, and she made a comment because they asked her like, "Who are you closer to right now, Sandoval
Uh-huh.
or Ariana?" And she said, "I'm not really speaking to either of them." So that's why I'm saying,
Oh,
and this was like,
oh,
so that's why I'm like, I don't know if Sheena's gonna go. Like, truly, like, I hope she does, obviously, but
that's
like,
interesting. Hmm.
she's not really talking to Ariana. Then, like, will she still go? I don't know. That was just something I was like, wait, I also want to tell
No, I
Kim.
didn't. Yeah. How did I miss that? There's so
I
many, so
don't
many little
remember.
things that
Hold
are
on, let
going.
me see if anybody in the chat knows. Does anybody know in the chat whose podcast that was? Hold on, I might leave it here actually because it's easier for me to then read the chat.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
I
Yeah.
don't. Oh, and then also really quick, somebody said Lala saying that something about her is nothing about her. I would blacklist her. Like you are not welcome to come. That is so true though, because that was
Mhm.
definitely
Yeah.
a
Uh-huh.
dig to say. Like, yeah. I don't know which podcast though it was. It was
Oh,
Shenanigans.
Brittany said it's shenanigans. Yeah. Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you, Brittany, in real time. So that was that. And then you mentioned about what like happened at the reunion with Lala and Katie. And yeah, I personally do feel like she threw her under the bus. And like, where is that fine line?
Hmm.
Like, Kim, what's your insight? You're on reality TV,
No.
you're in a show, but it's like, isn't there a fine line between like an intimate conversation like that? And is it necessary
Hmm.
for that to be broadcasted? Like, was that really necessary?
I don't think it was necessary at all. And it sounded like the way that Katie was trying to do it was in a safe space and to have a conversation off camera and just like a friend to friend, like something that was genuine and authentic. And whatever she thought it was, it turns out it looks like it wasn't. It may at the time, I think it probably could have been a nice, genuine connection. I could see Lala just at the reunion just getting so worked up and upset and just grabbing it. It's like she was trying to grab at straws and then to get her point across. And then what did she do is she ended up throwing Katie under the bus. And that was, oh man, that was hard. That was mm-mm.
Yeah, no, seriously. And like also months and months prior, it's like it's not even relevant to
Oh,
what's
that's the
going
thing.
on
Yeah,
right this second. I feel
right.
like that would
Hmm.
be like that would be like me telling you when I first started doing all of this, like I have no idea what I'm doing. And then you being like, remember when you said you had no idea what you were doing? I guess that doesn't count
Uh-huh.
because I tell people I don't know what I'm doing, but you get my
Oh,
point. Like it's like where's the
yeah,
relevance?
exactly. And that's just the whole thing. And it's like the whole time she's been on this whole her little well, Lala's been on her high horses saying that, um, you know, I'm standing down to all these trolls. I'm not going on social media and this and that. And it's like I get it, but then there's a lot of hypocrisy to the things that she's saying that she's doing. And it's
Yeah.
like which one is it?
And that for me is like the biggest thing that frustrates me because I'm like, I just feel like when anybody opposes you, Lala, you
Hmm.
can't take it, but you could dish it out all day. And that just
And
doesn't
it's
feel
that
fair.
constant. Hmm. And it's
So
all the time. It's
yeah, like
and then
she's
like
to go get rabies shots. Like,
it's
what?
come on now, like chill.
We're not rabid. We just have an opposing view.
And that's all it is. And the whole thing is, it's like you come onto reality TV to put your life out there and to do this, and that's what your paycheck's for. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's
But
either you take it or
again,
you leave it.
I don't know if you listen to her podcast or not, but I also feel a certain type of way about her podcast because same as Rachel, there's not really a
Mhm.
lot of opposition in conversation. And
You're right. Yeah,
yes,
it's
men.
basically, yeah, that's what it is. It's that, and it's yeah, it's all team Lala. It's no different opinions, and it's, you have to have her back the whole. It's That's how it is when you're listening to it, and it's like if you're against her, it's like she's barking at you.
Yeah, which
Like,
is funny that
that's what you do. And like I said, it's like I listened to it, and I was rooting for her, pulling for her, but because she would make some very valid points and valid arguments, and I'll give her that. But then it's just with this whole mix, and my whole thing is they were all just about out of a job until this whole affair happened and blew up. And so everybody was able to make money and put money in their pockets from it. Minus Rachel. She handled
well,
things
I
I
mean,
think she could have,
now maybe a
but
little with the podcast she is a little bit. I don't know. I don't know if she makes money off of that podcast. I imagine she does because of the advertisements.
mhm.
I don't know.
I don't know how much. I have no idea how much she's making. I don't think she could be making that
So much. Yeah,
much.
I know. So
Yeah, but I
point in that because
mhm.
Rachel definitely got the short end of the stick for making money. I could see that.
Right, right. And it could have been, everything could have played out differently, but I can understand. Yeah, we have to all look at it from the standpoint that they picked up cameras, what was it, 3 months after the scandal broke? So emotions and everything and tension was high and the dust hadn't even settled yet. So I get where she was toying back and forth with coming onto the show and not coming onto the show and who to talk to and who she would get involved with. And that's where it did make sense to me, where I could see where Lala did go into kind of self-produce and she had called her and to try to make something happen. But I think that she should have just bit the bullet and come on a show, because everything was just kind of almost left open-ended, if that makes any sense, because we didn't have her there. I think the season would have made a lot more sense if she was there so we could kind of hear her side of the story and see things play out, but we didn't. So it just kind of
Okay, so like this is a I have like a few different things to say. One,
mhm.
I have a few things. The Lala for me with last season versus this season, it was just kind of like whiplash. That's how it left me feeling because I was like,
Uh-huh.
Senator Errol, you bought a house. Now you're riding with Tom Santam. It was just very confusing. It was
Right,
kind
right. Yeah.
of just and to catch on to her thought process there. Rachel not returning, I feel a certain type of way about because obviously I would have appreciated her returning, sharing her side of everything. We get to see where she's at in her life
Right.
now. But her reasoning for not returning is also a little hypocritical because or she's contradicting rather herself because in
Mhm.
Bethany's original podcast she recorded, it was about the money. And now in her own
Exactly. Uh-huh.
podcast, it's more about, oh, they wouldn't have treated me right. I would
Mhm.
have been like dogpiled on. And it's like, which one? And it could be both. I'm not denying that it can't be both, but it doesn't
Sure.
feel genuine when she says a bunch
And
of different
that's the point.
things all around. You
Mhm. Yeah, that's just it. Oh, do we have anything in your comments?
know?
Oh,
Okay,
sorry, I
so
was just taking a look. I was
actually, so um
that I
my
agree. Yeah, like Megan said, her parents. I feel like her parents had a lot of control, and that's where things just.
Yeah, I don't think her parents would have allowed it. And I do agree with Megan saying that too, because at this point, based on, I mean, sending your child away, it doesn't matter what age they are. I think that that's very
Mhm.
difficult for a parent to have to go through. Not that I'm a parent, I can't necessarily empathize with that, but I can try to understand it in the best of my way. And I'm like, that must have been really hard for them, her parents, to see their daughter go through that, have to, help her to go through that program. I can't imagine them being
Mhm.
like, yeah, let's get you back on VPR. That
Back on
sounds
TV.
great for your
Yeah.
mental health,
Mhm.
So I
It
do agree
doesn't sound
with
healthy at all. It isn't healthy at all. But yeah, keep going.
And then my love for Miko said, I think Rachel definitely deserved to get paid a lot more. And I think that if Rachel would have came back to VPR, I do think that they should have compensated her appropriately and not, lowballed her. Sure,
Mhm.
like if she's coming back 1,000%. But I believe, and I don't know if this is fact or not, but I do believe that she wanted like the same pay as Ariana and Tom, and that made her
Yeah. Mhm.
because it's like you're not like an
That's where.
OG,
Mhm.
So
Uh-huh.
I definitely
Exactly, and
do
that's where the
feel
problem was.
because that doesn't seem fair.
No, no, it isn't. Sorry, I keep like cutting you off by accident. I'm like,
No, 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 it's fine. It's fine. We're going back and forth.
yeah, oh, I did. Oh my gosh, but that's what happened. That's where the problem was. It's like it like how do you make it work and make sense and for everything? It's just when you zoom out and look at the bigger picture of it all, it's so many. There's just so many little caveats everywhere. But
Yeah, there are. And I don't think that the season would have gone in the same way. I don't think we would have gotten that
mhm.
finale if
No, I
Rachel.
don't. I don't. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think so either. But the way I think what I did notice that it seemed like production must have really been either. Do you think Sheena was really pushing that hard to like get Ariana to talk to Sandoval, or do you think that it was production that was putting pressure on her, and then or production putting pressure on anybody that they could to try and
Yeah.
get a conversation on camera?
All right. This is how I ideated it happening. Okay. So production went over to Ariana and said, when Sheena's done, you're going to go over and congratulate her. Ariana said,
Hmm.
okay, sounds good. Production went over to Tom Sandoval and said, when you see Ariana and Sheena having a conversation, you're going to walk over. I don't think
Makes
I,
sense.
I could see them leaving Sheena in the dark with that because
Hmm.
I could see Sheena telling production, no, I'm not going to set up Ariana. And they didn't want her to
That
be able to
makes
hang out.
sense. Oh, I didn't think about it that way. That makes
My
a
take
lot
on
of
it.
sense.
Let me know y'all's takes on it because I am curious about that. Just because
Hmm.
I do know that Sheena wanted, obviously, peace in some way, but she also
Right.
was like, it's not like she wasn't not sticking up for Ariana. Like, I do feel like she did stick up for Ariana in different ways. When she was talking with
Hmm.
Sandoval, she let him know many times, like, why haven't you said this then, Tom? Why haven't you communicated that? So I think
Right.
production was very sneaky and smart, if you will.
Hmm.
Maybe, and again, I don't know if this is true or not. This is just my own thought that I came up with, but I was like, I could totally see them talking to Ariana and Tom and not Sheena and kind of setting Sheena up in a way. Because Sheena, if you look at her reaction,
Right.
she kind of was like, no, Tom, like stop. Like it was
Yeah,
very
she seemed,
authentic.
yeah, she seemed really upset. Yeah.
Like
And
she
she looked like, why? Yeah. Hmm.
right. Like it didn't seem like she was in the know. Now Tom's little smug smile, it made me feel like he
Uh-huh.
knew that was his time to go up and talk. So that was just, Megan said production has a lot of push. She did. Megan, she
Yeah.
did to Sheena or to Ariana. Um, so yeah, that was my take on it. But I think that if Rachel would have returned, I don't think the season would have been the same way, and I don't think it would have.
Oh,
I don't think we
100%.
would have all been as frustrated because I also think the fans went into it kind of
Hmm.
frustrated that Megan said Sheena's reaction was genuine, like in the sense of like she
Oh, yeah, it
probably
looked like it was. Yeah, she looked, she genuinely looked upset
that didn't
when he
seem like
rolled up. And
fake. Yeah, that seemed
yeah,
pretty
what
like.
seemed, the only thing that seemed produced to me was just her sitting at the table waiting for Ariana. Like that part there just seemed really produced. But I feel like whenever Sandoval walked up, and I don't think Sheena was expecting that. Not with the look on her face and the way she reacted.
Like, hey, Ariana and you are going to have like a quick little chat. Like maybe production just told her something
Hmm.
like that. So I could see that because I do agree. Like it was a
Uh-huh.
little produced when she walked over, but I do not think that Sheena knew that Tom was going to come over at that moment.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It
That
was
would be
just,
really,
but
really messed up because that would be Sheena setting up her
mhm.
friend for an uncomfortable situation that she knows she does not want to be in.
Right, right. Oh yeah. So what do you think? Or do you think it's on pause, or do you think it's done? What are your thoughts? I think it may be on pause, and that they'll probably bring back the two Toms, possibly James, and then recast everyone else. And then possibly move Lala and Sheena to the Valley. That's what I think.
Okay, so yeah, I am agreeing with you. I don't know if there's going to be another season. I really don't know. I definitely think Sheena and Lala
Mhm.
are going to just kind of hop over to the valley. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if the fans want another season. A lot of things that I see online,
You're right. A lot of people are kind of done with it. I think if they revamp it, I would be interested to watch it.
but it's like, then is it Vanderpump Rules then at that point? Or is it something else? Like VPR is like
True. Mhm.
the main
That's very
crew. And
true.
now the
I
band
know.
is breaking up.
Mhm.
I don't see the band ever getting back together. Like
Right.
the Taylor Swift
Uh-huh.
song plays in my head. We are
Mhm.
never ever like that's how I feel about VPR. But
Uh-huh.
again, online, a lot of people are pretty adamant about like, I'm done watching. Like, I will not be watching that anymore. So I don't know. I really, really, really don't know. I mean, I would be open to
Mhm.
seeing a new season with new cast members and stuff like that. Of course, I'm always open to
Uh-huh.
stuff. I just don't. I don't know if even production knows where they want to go with it. You know, like
Right. Yeah, and not only that, but I mean, even Lisa's evolved and kind of like moved on from it. I mean, look, she's got Vanderpump Villa. That's on Hulu now. Which Villa, I have to catch up on it, but it's good. It's
it
good. It's like it's a combination of like pretty much like Below Deck, Vanderpump Rules.
yes.
Like it's like all these like shows all in one. And I think Hulu hit the jackpot with that. I think it's done very, very well.
I like the below deck reference. I never really thought about it like that, but it is. Yeah, that is so.
Mhm.
It's like below deck on land. I like that. Okay,
Yeah, yeah. It's
very,
it's
very
it,
true.
it really I mean it's fitting for it. It makes so much sense. But like I said, I have to get caught up on it. But I love it. And it's just it works. It really works. And I think that Bravo could have done something like that. And then she's also doing what is it, this face off thing with Chef Gordon Ramsay, which looks super cool. I want to see that too. So
Wait,
it's
did
I mean
you
it I,
did you see them on Watch What Happens Live together? Y'all, if you did not see that, Lisa was out of
well yeah,
pocket. I was like,
Lisa
Lisa,
was having a good time.
started blushing. I was like, calm down. I felt like Andy Cohen did not know how to handle her in that
Yeah,
way.
yeah. I think Andy was totally caught off guard. Yeah.
He was looking like, okay, she's not stopping, and she's really just saying some wild things. But it was really fun to watch her and Gordon go back and forth, and they seem like they're friends. Like they actually seem like they have
Hmm.
a friendship.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm definitely gonna be watching that too.
Hmm. Oh yeah, same. Oh, look, somebody. Okay, here we go. Just want to gently remind us that they all went out to be actors, so sometimes they might be acting very great point.
As
I do think about that often.
Mactor, a model actor. Yes, you are right, Shisha. I totally agree. I totally agree. And then Megan said, "Is Joe coming back?" I don't know. I'm not sure if I really don't. Here's the thing. I personally, my impression has been that she was more a cameo than like a cast member for this season. But
Right. Yeah. Hmm.
I don't know. Like, how did you feel? Like, did you feel like she was like a member or like just more of cameoed throughout?
Felt like she was more of a cameo, but then she became more of a storyline because
Mhm.
they needed one. And
Okay.
that's and then it just became like it was really brutal. What I want to know is I want to know what is it that it's like it seems like nobody will talk about it. They won't say what it is that happened, but they're all pretty much like they're like something happened that she did that it's why Tom Schwartz is was basically like, okay, I can't date her, I can't be involved with her. I
Yeah.
can't. And then everybody else, they keep like dropping like little, almost like Easter eggs. They're just like, they keep making references to that something happened that she did or said, and they just don't see her the same way. And they're like, if they're basically like, we can't say, but if people knew that, if the public knew that they would understand. And
Right.
that's,
Also, Megan did say she was totally joking about Joe.
oh,
I'm so sorry. I totally like he was like, oh, that's a fair question. That's so fair. Um,
yeah, she did kind of pretty much come out of nowhere. Like I won't lie, yeah, there were moments where she was being talked to where it was she was being talked to in a very horrible way. But then I also had to keep looking at the whole picture again. I was like, she knew about what was going on in front of Ariana's face. She went on that trip with the four of them went on that trip, like her and Schwartz and Sandoval and
it's a big bear.
Rachel.
Yeah. The other
There's
thing that I think people might not like remember or know about is not for nothing, but
Mhm.
her and Rachel are friends, and Rachel was not
True.
really the kindest to Katie nor Katie's mom. So sorry, not sorry. If you associate with
That's
somebody
true.
that speaks to my
Hmm.
mom like that, I'm not really trying to get cozy with you. I think it's very rude, and I don't want to be around it.
Yeah, you brought that back. I forgot about that.
Who remembers what was done to Katie? It's kind of just like, oh,
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. I forgot about that. The time they went it was yeah, last season at the restaurant, especially the way she was at to Katie's mom and talked to her. I was like, that's
and
whenever
like
she had on that outfit with the leather pants that was just like everybody was like, where we I was like, wait, where was that outfit going? It just
Wait, I remember that. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. Interesting wardrobe choice, but also
Yeah.
I think that she was entering that I'm the bad guy, like Eric.
Mhm.
That makes
Yeah,
sense,
yeah,
you know?
totally. Uh-huh.
So she was
Yeah,
like
she was.
that type of a vibe. But and I
Mhm,
know that Joe necessarily was not rude to Katie's mom, but all I'm saying is if I
mhm.
know that you are friends with that person who behaves like that, I'm not really going to try to be around you. So I could understand why Katie's like, I'm not
Makes
trying
sense.
to be anywhere near that, you know?
Right, yeah, no, I get it. That definitely makes a whole lot of sense. So I understand it. I'm picking up where you're what you're or dropping off. Oh, that's okay. Okay, okay, sorry. My head kind of went. I
I
started
saw,
thinking
I
about
was like, where is she going
the
with it?
no,
I
I
was like,
started
where
to
is
think
she
about
taking
the reunion when Sandoval was he was basically whatever he said he's like my dad's got roommates his dad's in the 60s and he has roommates but it's like the way he said it, it made it sound like his dad probably goes out and parties and he might be
He might.
and like
We're
with
not
buddies.
denying anybody in their 60s from partying. Do it up.
It was the way it came out and the way he said it, it was like it was such a like
It
whatever
was
Lisa.
very like blunt, and I feel like the rest of the cast members were kind of like, well, that doesn't really help our point here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not really like justifying, but like also never, I would never put down if it doesn't matter if you're 15, 20, 25, 30,
Hmm.
35, 40, if you have roommates, like whatever you have to
Right,
do to make
yeah,
it work. I just think like the
for
point
sure, yeah.
was, I'm so sorry, my dryer is going off right now. Can you hear it?
I don't hear it. No, you're good.
It's like beep,
Maybe
beep.
my laughing is helping.
I
Trying
know
to help.
I sometimes raise my voice if it's like beeping up. I'll like raise the volume. I think the point of it was, you went from this lifestyle where you were with a partner in a home,
Hmm.
and now you're trying to. I guess they see it as backtracking. Like now you're trying to have roommates again. Like didn't you already went through that phase? You and Schwartz and Jax already
Right.
like kind of buddied and lived
Hmm.
together. I'm not sure if they all live together, but you get my point of that. Like that's their
Right,
point.
right, yeah.
You went
Hmm.
from A to B, and now you're going from B to A again. You know?
Right. It's almost like they're trying to be like nostalgic and just have that, let's
Yes.
relive our
Oh,
glory days thing. And
yeah.
and I felt like, and then whenever he made the comment about his dad, that's what it made me think. I was like, his dad was probably doing the same thing, probably, and there's nothing wrong with that. Do it,
Right.
hell yeah! Like if that's your life, like live your best life. We only have one, right? But it's
Yeah.
like but it just made reference. I was like, maybe he's saying that my dad does it, so I'll do it too. I don't
I
know.
can
That's
do
the way I kind of saw that. So,
it. No, 1,000%. I mean, honestly, that reunion part one, I thought was a really great reunion part one. Usually, when there's
thought
three
so
parts, they're
too.
like not boring, but they're a little slow. This one, I was like,
Hmm.
wow, there's a lot of good conversation coming here, you know?
Yeah, I really did think so. And to me, I thought it was really interesting that so many people thought it was boring. I didn't think it was boring at all. I was like, it's probably because it wasn't electric like it was last year. Like last year it was lit, but we all know why. It's everybody was going crazy and Sandoval
Yeah.
actually couldn't get a word in because Lala and James were screaming and yelling at him the whole entire time. And Lisa had to jump in and tell James to like pipe down because she's like, we're gonna be here for like 2 days or
And
whatever.
who
It
knew
was
they filmed for a long time? Like they're filming that reunion for about
mhm.
8 hours, which is it's wild that we only get 3 hours of like an 8 hour conversation. You know what I mean? Like they're
Uh-huh.
sitting there.
Yeah.
You want to know the whole 8 hours. I'm like, release an 8 part reunion. Shit, I'd watch it. Like, wouldn't you watch that? I want to see
Yeah, I
everything.
would. Mhm. Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
I
I
really
would.
should.
I would.
I wonder if
Mhm. I would be hyper focused on everything, their outfits, what they're wearing, what they're thinking, like everything.
Yep. I wonder if you know how they do like the extended release on Peacock?
Mhm.
I wonder if they do an
Ooh.
extended release for the reunion. I never looked into that actually. I should see if it's
You
a
know,
little
they
longer.
maybe. I'm assuming that they would, because I think even for Southern Charm, I think they did an extended version, or was it just an unedited version? I can't remember. I think they do. They may do an extended version on Peacock,
I'm gonna look into that. I never actually thought about
maybe.
it. Also, Matthew said the unseen footage of reunions could be a whole series. That is something I would totally subscribe to.
Oh, a
I,
thousand percent.
that would be
Mm-hmm.
fun, honestly. I want to. I don't know. I feel like because then it gives us more context. We understand the full conversations. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Instead of just
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
we're getting bits and pieces. But sometimes I'm like, all right, there was definitely more to that conversation, and I would like to hear from both parties a little bit more, but we're already moving on to the next
Mhm.
topic. So, okay.
Yeah, so true. Hey, gossip class. Yay, I've got my other collab partner. She is in our YouTube
Okay, I was like,
live
wait, I don't
watching.
see
Yeah.
them on the live. I got some class.
Like trying to
I
break
think
down. I'm like, where's
also
that?
streaming this on YouTube
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, yes, I'm very fascinated to see how that goes, the direction. But all I can say is don't sleep on the valley. The valley's giving. Is it?
The Valley is so good. I do love the Valley, but okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, we could chat about the Valley for a second. Okay, so I do love the Valley. I am very
Uh-huh.
upset that they do not get a reunion. I'm very, very upset. I am hoping
Yeah.
that season 2 they get a reunion because especially with everything that is happening right now
Mhm.
online between
Right.
Janet, I feel like they're having their own reunion on social media and it's just very messy. Very, very
It
messy.
is. It is getting wild and it's getting dark too. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
But I mean, what do you think about the Valley with I am so bad at the names. I'm gonna try to remember my best not Jesse
You're
and
good.
Jesse and Michelle.
Yeah, the couple, the Rocky, the couple that's
Michelle,
separated now.
yeah,
Yeah,
Michelle.
yeah.
Like,
Jesse and Michelle.
yeah, okay. I'm so like I
Mhm.
know Nia. I always forget Nia's husband's name.
Oh, I love Nia and Danny. Oh, I love them. Yeah.
Danny, okay. Yeah.
They're
Again,
my favorite. I love watching them. Like, even though I really have nothing in common with them, you know, them being married, have like kids, all this other stuff.
but I
I
enjoy
love watching
them.
them.
Like I just feel like they communicate so beautifully to one another, and
Mhm.
like he seems like he definitely is emotionally like in tune with himself, and
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
they're
Yeah,
they're very
that's yeah. Mhm. Oh yeah. I was like, she got her a good one, and he got him a great one. I was like, I'm
yeah.
like really, really happy about that. I
I
said,
feel like they complement each other really well.
gossip class. She said Jesse is her favorite. Is it
Jesse is so
because he's chaotic?
but, like, here's the thing, Jesse, I think, could
Mhm,
be so fun and so great if he had
mhm.
a partner that actually liked him. I don't think that his partner likes him.
But and I think that's a good point you're making because I feel like he's reacted to her actions.
Yes, he's very, very reactive, and also
Mhm.
lack of maybe, like it made me a little bit s did you
Uh-huh.
watch the most recent episode?
I didn't finish it. I've got like 8 minutes left,
Okay, so then
but
you
you can
saw it.
talk
It
about
just
it.
happened at the
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah, pretty much.
You know, when Jesse's, like, holding her and he's like, "Oh, like, it's, like, love making weekend," or whatever, like, she had the look of,
Mhm.
like, ick.
Yeah, like, yeah, you're grossing me out. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
get off of me, and I was just like, "Oh, like, that is kinda sad." Like, I feel like it's done, you know what I'm like, I feel like or at least
Mhm.
for her, the relationship's done. That was, like,
Yeah, I think so.
off, you know?
It's yeah, because she's clearly not into him, like, at all. And she said didn't she say she, like, used oh, well, yeah. Oh, look, you see that? Matthew's
I wanna know who the Hollywood A-lister Michelle was hooking up with at Chateau Marmont. I don't know if I said that
you know
right.
what, Matthew? Me too. Me fucking too. I wanna know.
I
I
definitely
really
would
wanna
know, and, like, she I mean, is it the guy that she's with now, though? Is he an A-list celebrity?
No, I don't he's
Right?
not no, he's not an actor, but he is, so what they said I remember whenever in the pool, and they had a discussion, and they said that he was a director. He is a director of sorts. So, I don't know if they were talking about I think they may have been talking about a different person, but
Okay.
when that's whenever people were tossing around different names, they were like, was it, they were trying to figure out what director it could have been, and they were throwing around, like, different names like, Quentin Tarantino allegedly or possibly, and then Michael Bay allegedly or possibly, and
Mhm.
these names, and then it came out that who this guy is that she's dating now, and then, like, when I saw his, like, profile or whatever, like, who he's, like, some kind of, like, director of, like, some kind of, like, business
Wait, people were
or
saying Tarantino? That's I didn't
banking or something. Yeah, it's,
wait, that's a
yeah.
little wild, not gonna lie, I did not know that, okay. I
Mhm,
did not know that at all, wow. But either way, I'm definitely into The Valley, I love it, I think it's a great show, and I'm excited that they got renewed for a
mhm.
second season, I promise by second
Me
season,
too.
all their
Uh-huh.
names it's been very, like, pilot-y for me because I was like, "Let me not get too attached to these cast members just yet because we don't
Uh-huh.
know if we're getting a second season." So I promise to know their names for the second season. And let's manifest for a reunion, please, because I think that
Yes.
it's actually doing a disservice right now because the way that they're handling
I
themselves
agree. Mhm.
is
Who
not it.
knows? Yeah, it's something's a bit of a mess over there, don't you think? I mean,
It's very
they're
messy.
not having they're not having BravoCon for 2024. They're skipping to 2025. I get that. That does make some sense. But then with all these things with the shows that's going on, then you've got Real Housewives of New Jersey with the Teresa and Jennifer Aiden with the releasing like all like or hiring people. I don't to troll like other
Fine.
cast members. It's like all these things that are going on, and then you've got I don't know why they don't have a reunion for the Valley, but oh my god, I'm not gonna lie though, I'm so happy to see Kristen and Jackson back on my TV, and especially
Yes.
to sing
Same though.
together.
Same.
And just them being like a whole different group of people, like, and that are actually friends of theirs, it works. It just works because like nothing doesn't seem like really self-produced that much. But Kristen and Jackson, I mean, they're good at what they do. They're natural. So, like I said, I'm happy they're back on my TV. But oh my gosh, and I love it. And I also too love how Zach, which is so funny because I was actually a fan of Zach's back whenever Brittany had like when it was getting married, back Brittany and Jackson, back whenever they had their little spin-off the little short episodes
Oh
of
my gosh, that's
stuff when
right.
yeah, and he was on there a long time ago because like he and Brittany were like best friends, and then now he's here. So I like love that. I'm like, oh my god, it's like almost like a crossover, and he's in LA now and on the Valley. But it's really cool that I love it, and I love like the realness and just seeing it's actual stuff that's it's better. I think it's just way better than Vanderpump Rules, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
No, I agree. Honestly, I enjoyed the Valley way more than VPR this season, 1,000%. I
Hmm.
do love seeing Jax and Kristen back on. I think that they're, like you said, I'm echoing, they're great at what they do. I think
Uh-huh.
it's interesting to see the new cast, not new cast members, but like, their friends because they're on the most recent episode. They're like on the beach, and Jax is like, I heard that Michelle is like texting so and so, and then Janet's husband's like, why don't we just go over and say what's going on? And you can see
Uh-huh.
like, because that's not how it works, bro.
Right.
He didn't say that, but like that was the vibe that
With them all over, yeah, his
yeah,
face.
that was the vibe that it gave off. And I'm just like, he's so seasoned into being like a shit stirrer. Like he just is. He knows
Mhm.
how to stir the pot. He's really good at it. And I just feel like he leaves little breadcrumbs and he tries to. But the thing I will say is, I do think that Jax does take like onus and responsibility when he really, really messes up. That is the thing I
He
will.
does, and he does take accountability. That I do like about him.
Now, does he try to fix his mistakes if he makes them over and over again? That I don't know. But at least he can say,
Mhm.
I messed up. I did this. Because I feel like that's something Sandoval really struggles with, is just saying, like, I'm sorry I did that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like
Mhm.
Sandoval struggles so much with that. Whereas, like, Jax, I can actually compliment and say, you do some reflecting enough to be able to be like,
Huh.
oh, I'm sorry, and then own up to it. So I have to give him kudos.
Right. And that's the thing, though. I noticed about Jax, where I saw growth in. Well, I said that. I saw growth in Jax. It's like because he actually pulls back now, and he reflects on how he is and what he does, and even now still. But the only thing, of course, now there's rumors going around with him, and I mean, we already know that they're separated, but I
I
mean,
know
if they're
that whole thing
separated
is
and
so
they're
him. That whole thing is fishy. They all unfollowed each other, and now
Mhm.
Jax is following Lori again. Lori's following Jax, but neither of them are following Brittany. It's weird. Like, what's
It
going on?
is, yeah. I don't know what's going on. I know. That's I'm like, we need more information. We need to know what's going on. I wish there is a way that they do start filming again, but then we don't know what's going on. Because all I know is that the best kept secret so far that we've seen, that I feel like we've seen play out this year on reality television with was Real Housewives of Salt Lake City at the end.
Okay,
With the
wait.
whole thing.
Also, you mentioned something before that made me think about that. You said something about New Jersey, how they're like hiring each other to like find stuff out. It's
Yes.
giving Monica
Uh-huh.
behind the fake account, like just to
Oh,
try to
right,
get
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Like,
It seems like Monica got punished for it, so she's not coming back. But then what they did seems to be way worse than what Monica did. So it's kind of like what are you doing? Because Monica got punished, she's not coming back. But yeah, Monica, I'm not gonna lie, because we are here to watch these shows for entertainment. They're there to entertain us. That is why I watch it.
yep.
I don't like my own drama. I don't want to do. I'll watch somebody else's play it on television all day long. That's fine with me. However, I feel like this whole oh my God, where was I going with this? I had a good
We were
point. And
talking about like Monica, how she's not like
oh,
coming
that's right.
together.
Yeah. Right. But look what she did though. She brought in ratings and people got glued and hooked onto it. Because I told Blair, I was like, Blair, start watching Real Housewives of Salt Lake City now. Watch it
That.
because don't sleep. I said, Monica, the girl brought it to life. And then, of course, it
Yep.
did help too, having Mary there, like a little sprinkle here and there. But I mean, and then now she's gone. I don't know what next season will be like. But so she got, I guess you can say, punished by Bravo. But it looks like Teresa and Jennifer, I guess I don't know, unless there's a lot more going on that we don't know, but I don't know. Or maybe they're just looking at it like this is going to happen because social media is taking over and I don't
Maybe
know.
the other thought I have is like we have a relationship with Jennifer and Teresa, whereas
Oh yeah.
Monica
Hmm.
never really like she was new. We didn't have any like
True.
relationship with her. So maybe that's why. I don't know though either. I also feel like the women of Salt Lake City were really adamant about like we don't want to be around her anymore. Also, there was other things
Hmm.
too, like Monica, allegedly was tapping into Jen's like cameras in her home and listening to like
Oh,
that's
that's true.
another
Yeah,
level
oh
of
yes, there's that element. I completely forgot about
creepy.
that.
You know what
Thanks
I
for the
mean?
reminder.
You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So it's like maybe that's why like I could understand them like really actually not feeling safe. Whereas like Teresa and
Hmm.
Jennifer, they're hiring people to get background info and like get info about them, but they're not tapping into their like cameras at home. I mean, we don't know, but I'm just saying like that
Hmm.
adds another layer of like I feel like stress and anxiety. Like I know I wouldn't want to necessarily be around somebody that has the potential of tapping into somebody's like in-home cameras. That's very, very invasive.
Right. That's a huge violation of privacy.
It's so big. It's so big. And like it's neither here nor there. I'm not sure if she was
Hmm.
asked to do that by any federal like obviously I don't know what that was, but I just
Ooh,
still
no,
think
she
it's like you're not a spy, Monica. You're a real housewife. Like, you know?
She's not, but I mean, she pulled off basically like a whole spec ops operate, like a whole spec ops
Oh
operation, the
yeah.
whole thing. Like it was the way she did it was just it blew my mind. I'm like, how could you not give someone a television
You know how they hold like the
for?
snowflake? I feel like for Monica, her should have been like this, like blowing snowflakes or something, because that's literally how it felt. Like, and
Hmm.
obviously, if you followed her on social media, she had posted. There were so many videos circulating. She's like in the car, she's like ducking down. She's like, "Look, Jen's passing." Like, it was serious. Like she was running a full
Yeah,
operation. So
and and it worked. Like she got herself on the show, casted on the show.
yeah, no, she definitely made a brain stamp.
Hmm.
I like to call it in my line of work, like
Uh-huh.
leaving an impression on someone. She left a brain stamp for
Hmm.
sure. And production ate
She
that.
did.
They ate that up, you know?
She did. It's not say give her flowers. She worked hard for that shit. She did.
Yes. Yes. I love
She
that. I love that
she
one.
worked hard for that, and she did it. So I am not mad at her. I'll never be mad at her for that.
But I think that
Because, like I said, I wasn't like I was really starting to tune out of it. Like I was tuning way out of it. But then when I heard that they were going to like have someone new come in, and that Mary was going to make a cameo, I was like, all right, maybe I'll see what this is about. And then it was just like, oh my god. I'm
no,
like, I'm entertained.
I was definitely like, all right, like the season like 3 was kind of like boring, not gonna lie. So or was it
Hmm.
season
Yeah,
3? Okay.
season three. Uh-huh.
And I was like, all right, there's gonna be someone new. There'll be like some new energy. Like, let's see like what it does for the other cast members and stuff like that. So I am glad that I didn't like give up on it. But I also don't think that she's done being on reality TV. I think that
No,
she
she's
maybe
not
might
done.
be taking a little break, a hiatus because of all of the hate and backlash that she got, which is totally understandable. Which also, sorry, just ADHD. It makes me question why didn't Vanderpump pause last season instead of this season? Because they're saying they're pausing to give the cast members a break, but it's like,
Hmm.
y'all, you could have utilized that last season, given all of them ample time to really heal, maybe potentially move a little bit forward, and then maybe we would have gotten a different season and we all wouldn't be so annoyed. Because
I think it's yeah. I think yeah. I think that it seems like because the way that the season before this one, the way season 10 had ended, it seemed like it was either going to go on pause or make it canceled the way it ended. But I think that the reason why they went ahead and picked up cameras and did film season 11. I think it's mainly because they wanted people to see the inside of what happened, of like the whole scandal. And I think they wanted to get move on it quickly because I think they picked up cameras a little bit faster than they normally would
Oh yeah, they picked up
and
cameras
to film the season.
later. Yeah.
Yeah, but then what ended up happening was they didn't get Rachel back. So I think they just kind of production had to kind of figure things out. And I think everybody thought their storylines didn't get played out the way they thought they were going to. And it just ended up becoming a
Probably.
whole Tom Sandoval redemption.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, that last scene in the finale when he's like, "Well, it looks good for me." I was like, "Oh my god!" Anytime I ever had an inkling of a little thought of wanting to maybe understand you and really sympathize with you, it just gets wiped out when you really. I see your true colors. That's how it felt, and I
There
was
we
just,
go. Sing it, girl.
I'm done. Also, Canna Kate said that's not why they're pausing; they're reformulating, and that goes back to what you were saying. How you think like the Toms and James will stay, and then we're gonna get maybe new.
That's what I think. Yeah, that I think they're going. I think that's what they're going to do and see what they can squeeze out of that. And I think that people will watch out of curiosity.
Oh yeah, girl, I'm still gonna watch. I'm definitely still watching. I just don't know if I'm gonna feel the same way. Like VPR was something I used to look so forward to, but it was fun to watch. It wasn't frustrating. This season, it was frustrating to watch, and I've never felt that way.
Yeah, no, and you're right. You're 100% right. So I'm curious as to see. I wonder what the reunion's going to be like the second episode, and I also want to know what the at the end. I wonder what's going to happen.
Yeah. Okay. So we have today's Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We have 3 more days until part 2, which I'm very, very excited for. I think that I don't know. I'm not sure. Now, I heard that they're gonna play a part of it at the reunion or something, and they're gonna Ariana's gonna see it. So I'm wondering if the part that they're gonna play is that last finale scene where Tom is like, "Well, for me."
Yeah.
And then they're gonna be like, Tom, like Andy's gonna be like, Tom, do you care to share like what you meant by that? And then because do you remember when in the preview, now my dryer is going off again.
I don't hear it.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
Now can I run and open it because it's gonna keep doing that?
Yeah, go. Yeah, go do your thing. Yeah, in the meantime, I'll look at Matthew said, okay, will they cast from Sir Restaurant employees this time though? That's a very good question because I'll often wonder, I'm like, are they going to cast from the actual Sir Restaurant? And if they do, I wonder if they're actually going to hire employees for Sir Restaurant or some of the employees for Sir Restaurant to fit a television show. That's a very good question. He's got me thinking. I was looking at that question that Matthew had, like, will the cast from Sir Restaurant employees, will they would be?
I could see that for sure. I'm doing my laundry whilst dishing. We love Matthew. Matthew is so great. I could see that. I mean, again, I don't want to speak for like the whole restaurant business because not everybody that is employed in the restaurant business does feel this way. But I do know a lot of actors and actresses do work in restaurant life because, their acting gigs are like per diem and they're able to pick up shifts there. So I totally could see that. Brittany said, I miss old VPR. And same, I so miss old VPR. I so miss it. And I feel like
I do.
Really, nostalgic to have Kristen and Jax back on the Valley while VPR is still happening because we're getting them together in a way, if that makes sense. So it's like filling a little bit of an old cup that needed to be a little. But then I could also see production being like, let's bring Sheena and Lala on because then they get Sheena, Lala, Jax, and Kristen. But I don't know if that's what we want right now because of.
I know. But then also, do you think? I don't know if this is just me thinking this, but do you think that Bravo is probably going to give them a shot because of the fact that they're also weighing their finances in? Do you think? I think so. I think that they may be because the fact that they made these big purchases and they've got families now and just.
But also, that's the other thing. I mean, when you say that, it's just like I'm like, like Lala literally bought a house off of her whole act last season.
Right, exactly. I'm like, yes.
How people
are going mad at Ariana. I'm like, why else?
Oh, also, somebody else brought this up. when I live streamed the part 1 reunion, Andy
Mhm.
asked Ariana, "Are you still in the house?" I think it was kinda Kate that brought up, "Why does nobody ever ask Tom, 'Are you still in the house?' Why is it always on Ariana to
Mhm.
get out? Why?"
Right, which
That's
is
so
true
not
because he should have been the
fair.
one. I feel like he should have been the one to go. He should have been the one to leave.
But the
But the
question always
narcissist
gets
in
asked
him,
again.
alleged,
You know what I mean?
or
That
what
is so
I
not
mhm,
fair. It bothers me because I'm like, "Hello, like, that is such a great point. Why not ask
uh-huh,
him? Why aren't you at
right.
the house? Why is it on Ariana to get out?"
That is so true. I'm glad that she said that. Oh, Canna Kate, that was I'm glad you did bring that up. It was
Didn't she
Canna Kate
go
that brought that
through
up last, or was it Brittany?
I think it was Kinda Kate, I think. And this was last week. Kinda Kate, I think it was you.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it was you because I was like, "Yes, that was a good point." It really was a good point. But again, like, didn't Ariana go through enough and like she didn't cause
Mhm.
fully all of that to happen? So why aren't we posing that question towards him? And I think that's a fair question to ask him.
Exactly. It is a very fair question, and I
Nobody
wish you can
should
give
be
an answer.
asking. Oh, and then also Matt
Oh my.
for like, new VPR, he said maybe they want new, cheaper talent, which is also interesting too, because I'm sure that the cast
Mhm,
members are like, hey, we're about to go into our 12th season. We want a pay raise. I could totally see that.
mhm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that makes sense. But I am so curious, so curious. But oh, let's see. Is that Dax and Kristen Bell? They're talking about
Oh,
some.
yeah. That's interesting too, in the sense of the dynamic
Mhm.
of man versus
Yeah.
woman in like a relationship. So again, because we were just talking about why
Mhm.
do they always ask Ariana when is she getting out.
Right.
Said
Mhm.
Dax has said on his pod that on red carpets nobody asks him where his kids are, but they always ask his wife, Kristen Bell, where are the kids? And it's just like
Right.
there's
That's
that
true.
role again of like that's so not it's so not fair. So thank you for bringing
Mhm.
that up, by the way. That's another good parallel to be
Yeah,
compared.
that was.
It
Yeah.
highlights what we're chatting about right now, which is it's
Yeah.
always
Thank you, Shisha. That was great.
like but yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I of course will watch if there's new cast members on VPR. Duh, I'm not gonna not.
Mhm.
I just don't know how I feel about Lala and Sheena going over to the Valley. I don't know if
No, yeah, me either.
I'm still
I
gonna
mean,
watch. I just don't know
it's
how I
I
feel.
kind of like it the way it is, to be honest. Jax pretty much said the same thing. Yeah, Jax pretty much said the same thing. He was just kind of like, nope. He's like, nobody from BPR is coming. But then again, he can't say it per se. But I think I just like hearing stuff come on. Like do you ever have some of those people that you just like hear the things just the shit that just comes out of their mouths? You can just listen
Yep,
to it all day. That's him for me. I can just listen to him talk shit.
he has no
Just hear yeah, I can hear him talk like all day long and be like highly entertained by it. It's just,
I think that if
and
just a
it's not
camera
just
followed
like,
him around, it would be good. Like
huh?
I would watch that because he's. I said I feel like
Yeah,
if a camera just
yeah.
followed him around, I would be content because he does say funny shit.
Hmm.
I feel like he's
It's
just like, yeah, this is me. What's wrong? And like,
hmm
it's like, oh god, yeah. Well, there's a lot that could be spoken, but um, he is.
hmm
He's great TV. He really is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, like I said, the Valley it's definitely giving. So I'm definitely I'm glued to that, glued to that. And oh my gosh, have you seen it yet on Peacock? Love Undercover.
Okay, I watched the first
Have
10
you
minutes and
started it?
passed out because you texted me to watch it. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, let me give this and then I passed out. So I have to keep watching. But from what I saw for the first 10 minutes, it's definitely a show that I know I'm gonna like. I think I'm gonna kind of
Mm-hmm.
binge a little bit of it tonight. I told the pups we're gonna do like a movie night. Maybe we'll just do a
Oh,
TV
how
show
cute.
night.
You should. And oh my
But, like
goodness,
you
watch
can
it.
chat about it though if you want to. Like you're not ruining anything. I am
Yeah,
gonna
oh
watch
yeah, oh yeah.
so
Oh
like
yeah, I'm gonna chat about it a little bit. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it for you too much, but okay, so it's great because the way it's set up is obviously these are guys that are coming from overseas to the United States to meet women.
okay.
Okay, it seems
Yep.
like simple enough, premise. But however, the little twist is that all these guys, they are famous soccer players, or one of them was a former famous soccer player, soccer football, in Europe. And these women here, because it's just not as big and
Mhm.
well known out in the United States as it is in Europe, so they have no idea that these guys are as rich and famous as they are.
Right. Okay.
So they think, and they have it set up, and they've got like these fake careers set up for them, and it's like we've got Jamie O'Hara. He's like a former soccer player. He does more of like commentating, things like that, sports broadcasting, like in the UK now. He's 36. Marco Fabian, he's the one. I actually heard of him. I knew who he was, and I heard of Ryan Babel. I think that's how you pronounce his last name, because he dated oh
Kim, what's the name of
Bonanza
this show again?
from Selling Sunset for a bit.
What's the name of the show again, just for the chat?
Oh yeah, Love Undercover. Yes, Love Undercover. And
Undercover.
then they've got Lloyd Jones. He's super cute. He's just like he's got swagger. Like he's tall, he's young, he's 27.
I mean,
It's
all
so
of them are
funny.
very
And
good
then
looking. I
oh,
got to
they're
see
all yeah,
their
they're all very
I was
attractive.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and then Sebastian, 29, like he's from Mexico. I love it. I love like just watching it and just seeing these girls come in and like not have a clue because you can see which ones are the gold diggers and the which ones are the
Yep.
ones who really like want want a real relationship and want love. But I'm hooked on it. I love it, and I don't know too if it's because it's like these aren't American men, and I think I'm just so drained by by American men in real life and that it's just like I love it, and it's just so it's really cool. I'm really enjoying it. Like I'm binging it right now. I'm on episode 7 right now. I just started episode 7, so that's
Okay. I
yeah. I
have
didn't think I'd be as hooked on it.
I promise I'll catch up. I will catch up.
Hmm.
Uh, I do agree with you though. I think that um I mean I've only, known American men, if that makes sense, but
Uh-huh.
recently have spoken with somebody else who's not American, and there is definitely a difference in the way that they communicate, their emotional intelligence, their
Hmm.
patience, understanding. So I definitely could see. But the other thing is, you mentioned you could tell which women are like gold diggers and stuff like that. I think that that's
Right. Uh-huh.
interesting because had they maybe even known that they had any sort of what is the word that I'm looking for when somebody is like known, kind of like a little famous but not famous, like
Yeah, they've got
notoriety,
like yeah, notoriety. Uh-huh.
something like that. Would, if they knew about it just a little bit, would they then behave different? Because they clearly don't. Like
Hmm.
you're saying, like on the show they have new jobs. So like, what do they do? Like, what are their new
So
jobs?
yeah, they've got like made up jobs. Like one of them said that he's like Marcus said he is like a restaurateur, like owns restaurants or
Oh,
like owns one. And then Lloyd says that he is like a strength and conditioning coach. Ryan said that he is a construction worker and I building again. It's like the tallest building in like Dubai, like in the world. He
oh
says
my
that
god.
he was a construction worker. Oh, no, that was a funny story. I'm trying to remember what Sebastian said his career was, but everybody else I pretty much. And then Jamie was said I think he does like sales or something. But I pretty much remember what everybody does except for said that they do, but Sebastian. But it's really interesting because one of the girls for one of the dates it almost seemed like she kept talking about like soccer and everything and stuff, and she actually exited her. I gave it away, but she exited herself. But it was interesting because she seemed to be like the one. It almost seemed like she was catching on, but she what didn't quite because she's actually a journalist, so it made sense as to why she was. So I think
Oh,
she was putting
okay.
things together in her head and she because like the guy was like he was like freaking out. He was like, "Fuck!" He's like, "I think she's gonna guess and figure out that I'm a professional football player and that all that we all are." It was really interesting. It was super cool but and of course, kind of like you would think the girls that seem like the ones who seem like they are there for love are the ones who kind of like the first ones to go. But it's very good. I love
When
watching it.
you say
And
they're the first ones to go, what do you mean? Like, do
oh,
they
it's
go?
like eliminated.
Oh, it's like that. Okay, so it's
Hmm.
I didn't realize. Again, I only watched like the first 10 minutes. So like,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, so they eliminate themselves, or the men say, "I don't want to date this woman anymore." How does it go?
Kind of goes both ways. I think it's supposed to mainly be like the men eliminate, but then they've got some women who just like choose to go on their own.
Okay, okay, yeah, I'm definitely watching this. This is good. Also,
Hmm.
I just want to say, Matthew
Yeah,
said,
it is. Oh my God, yeah, Matthew, it's good. It's good. And yeah, like he said, he made a comment that American men can learn some lessons from European men. Yeah, he was dead ass. Yeah, that.
Matthew knows what's up. Okay, he
Mhm.
is.
Yeah.
No, Matthew, I'm gonna watch it too. I'm very, very excited. Yeah, that's a show for me. Like just in the sense of
Mhm.
I'm not like it's undercover boss or anything, but it kind of feels a little undercovery in the sense of like
Yeah, and
we
mhm,
know,
and
but
I
they don't know
right.
what's going on, you know?
And I think that's and I didn't think about that until you said that, made that reference, but I think that's where that stems from probably. It makes sense from Undercover Boss.
It's just like fun,
Undercover
you know? 'Cause, like we
Love
the audience
Undercover. Yeah.
they don't know, you know?
Mhm.
Definitely, definitely gonna be
Mm.
instead of movie night, we're doing TV show night, guys. I'm talking to my dogs.
Oh, no, you should and then also too, and what I also like about it, I actually like the girls on here. There's only one of them where it's like, I'm like,
Fun.
I like her. I still like her, but she was a bit messy, like when you see it. But I for the most part, I liked all the girls on there. And one of them, the one who I thought I wouldn't like the most, she's the one I'm actually like, the guy that she's with. That like I thought that they would be the perfect match for each other, and they're vibing very well. So it's like I'm actually hoping that they last, even though she does seem to be a
Okay.
bit shallow and stuff. They just seem to they match. They
Like, they
I
have
I feel like that they would I could see them,
chemistry.
like, long term working out, but it's good. It's really good.
No, you got me very hype. I'm excited to watch. Also, I think it's interesting that, in journalism, you have to kind of be not like a spy, but you have to be a clues
Mhm.
maker and put pieces together.
You do.
So I'm I'm interested now to see the journalist and her questions maybe or her
Yeah,
observation.
mhm. Because I liked her a lot. That's how I was bummed out when she did eliminate herself because I loved her vibe. Like, I mean, she was all about, like, doing the damn thing and just it was cool. She's like, she's like, "I've been single for a long time." She's like, "I've never had a boyfriend." She's like, "I've been focused on getting what I want." Like, she was very ambitious, and you could tell that she's career and goal oriented. I liked her a lot. But like I said, I liked all the girls on this show, but it's good. It's so good. Oh, look. Fatty said, "Love you, ladies." Oh, we love you too.
We love
Thank you so much.
Matthew. Yes, so
Yes.
much love for Matthew for real. Matthew is a
Tick
real one.
tock.
And here too. Yeah, I wouldn't hear it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot they were here too.
Supposed to work, like, maybe it's 'cause it's supposed to work on here too, so I don't know. I don't know if it's my webcam.
Are we supposed to do the emojis?
Yeah, it's supposed to,
Oh,
'cause
really?
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it before.
Only
It's
because I know on FaceTime we could do it. On FaceTime you could do it, and on like WhatsApp video call. I've never done it on
and,
here though.
I know on YouTube you can. Oh, maybe it's 'cause I'm on StreamYard through YouTube.
And then also, Kim, is it the first season of this show?
Oh, yes, uh-huh.
Yeah, it's the first season.
Brilliant,
So it
mhm.
started, I think. And where can we watch it?
It's on Peacock. Yep, it's on Peacock TV. This is the first season. Yes, it is called Love Undercover, and it's really good. But Peacock's been. I mean, they've been having a lot of great shows. I've been watching on there, like Traders. I'm not even much of a game show person, but I like Traders was pretty good, and
I mean,
um,
I really liked.
yeah,
Okay, at first it was a
yeah,
little
Traders is good.
confusing.
Hmm.
I did have to read some stuff online because I was like, I don't get the show. I don't understand.
Uh-huh.
And then once I got it, I was like, "Oh, okay. Now I'm locked in." And I'm
Hmm.
very curious to see, I believe that they got a second season, right? Do they have
Of
a
Traders, yes, because they have some cast members who were announced. I think or got leaked. 'Cause I
Okay.
wanna say Teresa Giudice is going to be on it. I think who
Ooh,
else did I
that was
see?
so good.
What other name? Was it Portia? I'm trying to remember the names I saw,
I
but I
love
remember it was, or maybe it was Monica. I think Monica may have been one of
Yeah,
the
I was
names
gonna
I
ask,
saw.
is Monica going on there? Because that would definitely be a show for her, for sure.
Yeah, and Jax. I wanna say Jax was also another one I
Okay,
saw.
yes. I remember seeing
Very
Jax, I
fitting.
think. Yeah, I definitely think again, see how
Mhm.
I was saying Monica's not done with reality TV? That is a show for her. Like that, use your
Uh-huh.
sleuthing skills there. That's gonna be perfect for you.
Yeah, she
Not in real life. Do it
yeah,
on a game show.
I'm scared. It's like, as much as I love watching her on TV, she scares the shit out of me in real life.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the thing, because I
I'm
feel like
like,
she's
she
very
does so much
flippant.
sleuthing.
Like she's very flippant. She's a
Mhm.
sleuth. So it's just like, I would like to be able to not be worried about you flipping out on me and then
Mhm.
spying on me behind my back. Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Really,
Mhm.
really quick, how do we feel about Ariana with Love Island? Are you going to watch?
Dog, yeah, I am gonna watch it to watch her host because you know what though? I'm really happy for her. I am. And I didn't realize until just a few days ago that she's got a background in dance and theater. So it makes sense that
Yeah.
she did Chicago. At
Yeah.
first I thought it was just something that stemmed off of Dancing with the Stars, and it could have, but I didn't know until recently that she's got a background in that. Then it made sense and it sounded really fitting. So good for her. Then the fact that she got picked up again, like
That's unheard.
I'm really happy for her.
I'm very excited. But see, again, a lot of people move out here. They're like actors, actresses, and then if it doesn't work,
Right,
for instance, like she's on VPR. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I'm an actor and I do have a background in like theater and dance, but okay, I'll just do this show or this
right.
fits in that motif
Hmm.
of theater life. But now I feel like she's really
Exactly.
she's supposed to be. And the fact that she cried to Tom in season 10 and said,
Hmm.
I sometimes want to sit and watch Love Island with you. And now full circle, she's
And now
hosting
she's hosting it. I forgot about that part.
literal goosebumps for her.
Whoa.
That is so
Oh,
major. Like
that's trippy.
you did
That really came full circle.
full circle.
I
Full
didn't
circle.
I totally missed that. Oh, I missed that
Yeah.
completely.
I get like goosebumps just thinking about it because it's like, like I don't know. In my opinion,
Uh-huh.
I definitely feel like she deserves that, like 1,000%. Like now you get
Mhm.
to host the show that you once wished to watch with somebody that didn't want to watch with you. So it's just
Right.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
badass bitch. She is a bab. I call badass bitch Babs, like all
Yeah. Oh
day.
my gosh. Yes. No, you were right about that. Like that's, and like I said, I'm so proud of her and happy for her. And yeah, like a lot of people, they're really confused by the fact that she moved on so quickly. And but obviously, if she moved on that quickly, then you know that she knew that that relationship was done.
See, I have a different take on it. Did she move on so quickly, or did she just keep herself super busy? And because it was work related, it appeared as if she moved on. So, or do you mean with Dan she moved on, or just in general, like she hasn't shown us that she's been sad from it and stuff like that? Like, what do you mean?
Oh, I feel like from with Dan, she's moved on
Okay.
quickly. Like I feel like she could have given her something, but this is her life. We can't tell her what to do. But it's like I feel like she just didn't give her some like time to really breathe.
In between Tom, work, Dan.
Mhm.
Okay, I could see that. The other thing is though,
Mhm.
their relationship dynamic is different because they are long distance. So I do think that
Right.
does
Very
kind of
true.
a little differently. Like
Mhm.
that type of relationship is not like when you're in person with somebody, you could see them a few times during the week and stuff. Like it, maybe she did have time because there's that 3 hour time
Mhm.
difference. They have very different work schedules and stuff like that. So
Right.
there could have
So
still
true.
been healing in that time and enough space.
Mhm.
Also, my impression of Dan is like he checks all the boxes. I'm like, you seem like a great
He
partner.
does. Mhm.
You seem emotionally stable. You don't seem reactive. So I think that he could have also been support for her during that time. Like they might have been, maybe they weren't together and they were just, getting to know one another, but it appeared like they were together.
Mhm.
So they never denied that they weren't or were. But
Uh-huh.
I definitely really do like Dan for her. And I
Yeah,
see
I
what
do
you're
too.
saying
Mhm.
she didn't have like that time, but maybe what we saw wasn't actually what was happening. And he was just really there for her as like a friend. And then they got closer during that time. But like, who knows? She could have been
Right, which that
for hours.
mhm. Yeah,
No.
and that does make a lot of sense because apparently it came out that they actually knew each other
Oh,
longer than
yeah, exactly. So it could have been like a
yeah, than what
friend,
was speculated. So it makes yeah, now that does make sense. But yeah, he's definitely a fresh of breath air, a breath of fresh of
a fresh of breath. I love
breath
you.
air.
He is a fresh of breath.
Damn it. This
I love you.
he's a oh boy, oh my God. I don't know whatever I'm trying to say.
Breath of fresh air. There's a video I'm going to send you after that you're going to like, die laughing. I sent it to my sister. This girl is like, she's trying to say something and she's like, and like she can't say it and she keeps flipping the first two sounds of the words and it's hysterical. And she's like, I literally like, I, what is it called when like a computer, I glitched. That's what the video said. I glitched and she cannot say.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was really funny. It was really
Exactly
funny.
how I felt. I was trying to come out. It's like yeah, it didn't work. Control Alt Delete. Is that what you do to reset
Do not
to reboot?
confuse I do not compute literally. Oh my god, that's so funny. But yeah, no, that's so funny. We're not robots, so yeah, that does happen. I think I don't know what the name of it is, but it's like a spoonerism or something. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, thanks for that laugh. The control alt delete was also really funny. Just, oh,
Jesus.
I love you, Kim.
I'll fix this.
Thank you. I needed that laugh. Thank you.
I'll fix this. I'll fix it. But but yeah, that's been very, very fascinating, interesting, and oh goodness, I wanted to bring this up really quickly. Because I don't want to go too deep into it because it's horrific. But um I'm gonna share my screen really quickly. So I wanted to bring this up because of course we're all aware of what happened with Diddy and then the accusations, but now we've got
Can I flip really
proof.
quick so I can show the chat
Yeah,
as well? Hold on, let me take
yeah,
off
go for it.
this little background thing, only because I want them to be able to see your screen too.
Yeah, cool deal. Oh, sweet. Oh, that's a great idea.
That way they get the full experience.
Oh, perfect. Oh, that is such a great idea. Yay, thank you. Yeah, so of course, like I said, we were discussing I was starting to discuss Diddy. We all know it's
Yeah.
the gosh, it's horrific and everything that's going on.
Also,
But what I loved,
you might not know, actually, I don't know, but for the people in the chat, you guys know what we're referencing when we say like the Diddy video and everything. I just want to make sure because there was a video that was
yeah,
released,
that's true.
I think, by like TMZ. I'm not sure. Was it TMZ? I don't remember.
Yeah, I know CNN was, I believe CNN was the first to release it, and then from there it just kind of snowballed. Yeah, Matthew's correct. He's like, yeah, that video, and it's
Oh,
hard. It is hard to watch. It's very hard to watch and triggering.
she hasn't seen it yet. So it's pretty much Diddy and Cassie. Cassie's like running down a hotel hallway, and Diddy becomes very physically violent with her, and it is very like trigger warning here in this conversation. Very difficult to watch. DV trigger warning, you know what I mean? But you can see the video online if you type in Diddy and literally just his name. A slew of different videos are now circulating as well, just like old videos of him at award shows
Yeah.
shouting out, thanks, Cassie, love you forever. Like, just wild and so disheartening. So disheartening. We put
Oh
like,
yeah, and basically, yeah, and basically like, anybody who's tried to shut it all down and say that it was rumors, even though all these people are sitting there coming forward, and Aubrey O'Day has been saying it she said it for almost 20 years. She's been trying to speak up and say things for so long, but nobody will listen to her. And then um all this stuff happens. But anybody, if you watch the video, it's basically like the people, it's crickets now from all the people who are out there just saying that it
yep.
was nothing but a money grab.
And
Because you
that's
can
the other
clearly see
thing, too. Like, you have
the
to have video for
mhm,
people to believe her. That's like the number one
mhm.
comment I see. Like, now y'all believe her now that you see the video. Like, why would she be so adamant about that for so long, you know?
Right. Oh yeah, exactly. And the thing was that made it so sad was just watching it too, was the fact that it looked like she was trying to escape. It looked like she was trying to leave him
Oh,
and get
yeah.
away, and she got caught. That's
And
what
also,
it looked
did you
like.
notice that he had like the towel around him, like he was in the shower?
Hmm.
She probably was like,
Yeah,
"This
that's why.
get out."
That's why I felt like, yeah, I feel like it looked like she was trying to escape, and he got her. It was too, yeah, she was too late.
Yeah,
Oh, but
Brandon
I'm
said,
so glad
"No
she's out of that.
hits a woman," and I 1,000% agree with that. Absolutely. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
and Matthew said
Yeah,
we need to stop allowing people who have money and fame to be above the law, and I 1,000% agree with that.
1000%.
You shouldn't be able just because you got funds to be able to wipe away crime. That's not cool in any
Mhm,
country. That is absolutely, again, in my opinion, unacceptable. And it was very hard to watch that because I do agree. It reminded me of that
mhm.
movie. I think it's called Enough with
Yeah, with Jennifer Lopez, yeah,
it
uh-huh.
was okay. I was like, is it Jennifer Lopez? Yes. Okay.
Right,
Reminded
right, yeah.
me, you had to like flick the lights on and let the other person know, hey,
Mhm.
I'm leaving that. Like, just really, really scary. Also, Matthew said, how did hotel security not see that? It's not about them not seeing it, Matthew. It's about the
Oh,
money.
it's the money, that yeah, that's what it was. It was
And
money, money. Mhm,
pay somebody to wipe that footage. There's always a hard
mhm.
copy somewhere, though. There always is. So it's just
Yep.
very, very sad. And now, I mean, between Diddy, between Drake, Kendrick
Mm-hmm.
Lamar. There's beef
Girl, like
going on everywhere.
all over the place. Yeah, and then wait, we cannot forget the other beef. We cannot forget the beef with Tom Schwartz and Joe. Because I was like, which beef battle is which one is who wins beef battle of the year? Is it Kendrick and Drake or is it Joe and Tom
No,
Schwartz?
literally, their beef. Honestly, though, that beef is pretty juicy though too, because Joe is just out there
Mm-hmm.
straight up reading Tom's
Yeah,
text
she
messages
is.
on her live.
Like I was like savage. And at first I'm sitting there watching because I'm not gonna lie. It's like sometimes I'll like be in bed, getting ready to go to sleep, and
Did
then all
you
of a
see
sudden my
that
phone
live?
goes off because I'm, huh?
Did you see that live that she did? Did you watch that?
So yeah, I saw
You got to
both of
see
them.
it live?
Yes,
That's
I
crazy.
watched all of her lives. I'm like, you can't help but watch. But like, I got up and I got myself a cookie, and I was like, I'm watching TV. I was eating like I was not watching TV. I was watching that like I was watching TV. I was highly, highly entertained, but I was just like, oh my God. I was like, she went ham though. She just started reading them text messages from him. I was just,
But
she was good.
also,
I mean, the girl, I mean,
did you think that
can
he
you
wrote
blame her?
those texts, or
Huh?
do you think he wrote
Oh,
those texts?
oh yeah, 1,000%. Because he even brought it up on. I was listening to Kristen's podcast that he had mentioned how she was on there, like reading the text messages. But it just what bothered me was the fact that to an extent, yeah, I felt like 100%, 1,000% he strung her along. Because guys do that. Women do it too, but like people are guilty of stringing. He strung her all along, and then when it wasn't fun anymore and it got too complicated, he got rid of her because he saw she was falling in love with him. And what makes me mad, I don't like how he calls her Joseph. I'm like, if you're gonna sit there and sleep with a girl, why are you gonna sit there and do that and then call her Joseph and then try to throw her back into the friend zone and act
I
like she's
also
a
like their
sibling?
pet names, Joseph and
Hmm.
Money. I think that's what she calls him is T Money. No, but Kim, when I said, do you think he wrote them? What I was getting at is a lot of people think that Sophia, his new girlfriend, helped him to formulate the message.
Oh, the text. Oh, I didn't go that deep. Maybe, but to me, it sounded like his response. It sounded like a
Half
response
and
that
half.
he would make.
Like
But
half and half. Part of me is like, I just feel like Sophia maybe edited some of it. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like it came from him.
could be.
I
Could
feel like
could very well be. I think the gaslighting in his was made me feel like he did it.
okay, fair. That part too. Also, do you feel like it's fair at this point because they've been broken up for so long for him to come out and like text her and say like you have to stop with these lives, like what are you doing, stop talking about me, because he now is dating somebody else? Like I just imagine
Mhm.
putting myself in Sophia's shoes, I would be like, yo, your ex is still talking about you, like this is like kind of like frustrating now at this point. I don't know, where do you land with that?
Okay, I feel like out of respect, if she wants him to respect her, which I don't think
How
I don't think he ever will.
point?
Yes, I mean that's kind of out of the question. I was going to say like she can just
Oh
leave
yeah.
him alone, but I mean he blocked her. He blocked her. So if she wants to keep doing whatever the hell it is that she's doing, and then if she's not doing anything to violate him, and if she's not getting it like do anything to cause any kind of like if she's not um conducting any criminal activity, I mean I can't stop her. It's if she wants to go in there and talk about the I mean, there's something there. He did something to upset her to make her go off. I mean, she might be a bit cuckoo badooku, but I mean,
You're welcome.
I think that her actions are warranted somewhere.
Yeah, and like little things like here and there. Like she did a cameo video and she's wearing the earrings that he got her. Like she is still, I
Oh,
attached to him in some ways. Even on one of her other
mhm,
lives, she was like, "Oh, the light's too bright. I have to put this hat over it." Oh, that's the hat that Schwartz gave me. She,
mhm.
I feel like, is still in that healing
She
journey.
yeah, yeah, she's still she
So
hasn't
we're
let him go,
watching
and
real
she's still
time.
there, which that's what I found was very interesting because the fact that how during the season finale she yells to Katie, Katie, let him go, Katie, and then the text messages that Tom Schwartz sends her, let me go. Like, let
Literally.
me go joke. Yeah. And I'm like, it was just weird seeing how like the tides had turned. But look, Gossip Clash made a good point. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, he deserves it. That's kind of how I saw that's kind of how I saw it
And
with
that's the
Tom
other
Schwartz.
thing. Again, what was up with that in I think it was like the episode prior to the finale when he's like, guys, this is my hot friend Joe, and we're gonna get married in 8 years. Like, you can't say that.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah,
not
exactly. That's see, and that's where it's and then he always every time he just and I like him. I think he seems like a cool dude, but it's like he always has that oh shucks, like oh like oh you know, and he plays that. He plays it all the time, and people catch on, you know?
yeah, like, come on. And also though, I think he kind of denies some feelings that he has for her. Because
I think so too,
I
because
get it
everybody's
that
giving him
he
so much hell about it. Everybody's like, she's so weird, she's so crazy, she's so this, and I think so. I mean, think about it. He wouldn't have had her. He wouldn't have hooked up with her. He wouldn't have had her stick around. And you know, he if there were no feelings involved at all, I think he would have just called her when nobody was home and nobody was around, invite her over, and just
right.
have it, you know, keep it between you and me. But I think there was more. There had to have been something there. Look, like I said, she's a friend of, like, basically a friend of the ownership. So there was something.
Yeah, and like, I don't know. I know, what is it? Like term of endearment. I think that
Mhm,
it comes out when he's like Joseph and when she says T Money, like those are not their maybe their pet names. I'm not sure if that's like the right word, but it's like term of endearment for sure. That goes
mhm,
deeper too. It's like, no, like Tom, you definitely did have feelings. Like
right.
you can't say that you didn't have feelings for her. And I just think that
Oh,
when
yeah.
you realized how real it was, you stepped away. And that's what is
Mhm,
probably super painful for her.
mhm. I think it was that in a combination of how everybody else was reacting.
Shisha said he's the definition of weaponized incompetence.
Mhm.
And
I saw that. Yeah, she's spot on. It's true.
yeah, literally though, absolutely. And
There he is, picture.
yeah, literally though, literally.
Incompetence. Mhm.
But
Oh
yeah,
my goodness.
there's so much I love how we went from talking about like one thing to another to it's just so fun because there's so much
I know, I know. I know there's so much to like cover, so much like bouncing around to do, but
and
oh my
just
goodness.
one little thing also. Did you see the whole bar crawl that they're doing? Jax, Tom, and Tom.
Is this the Witches of WeHo bar call that people are speaking of, or is this something else?
No, this is something else. So they're
Oh.
the three of them, Jax, Tom, and Tom, have set up a bar crawl. You are going to Sir,
Mhm,
Tom, Jax's Studio City, and I'm forgetting
mhm,
one other place. For $400, you get 4 drinks, little
mhm.
bites, and
Nuh-uh.
unlimited photo opportunities with your favorite Bravo Lebs.
Shut up.
BravoCon isn't even that expensive. And you get
No.
a plethora of shows, experiences. Where do you understand?
They've got
I think it was
they've got real
Bravo.
celebrities. They've
What?
got real celebrities that like don't charge. No, yeah, I said real celebrities that don't charge for things like that, like that aren't reality, and that where you can actually have like more like intimate moments, like conversations and things like that. They don't do. Get the
Yep.
fuck out with that. I'm sorry.
No,
No, I'm
literally
not
though.
sorry. No,
Literally though. So
four
don't
hundred
worry, guys.
bucks.
It was either Bravo Buds or the Bravo Investigator. One of them posted. So however many people signed up, they're making $12,000 to go to 4 different bars on a party bus. I can, and I listen.
Uh
I
huh.
get that maybe they thought it was going to be really fun. I'm not trying to like rain on their parade, but like if you
Hmm.
live in LA, you could do that on your own
Oh,
for
that's what I was about to
more
say.
than
You were just up there, like you were just there recently, hanging out with
that
Schwartz. Not
was
what? Oh, did I blow? Did I blow your spot up? Oh wait, did I blow your spot up? Oh no.
I
Oh,
totally forgot about Schwartz and Sandy's. I'm like, Tom, Sir, Jax's. What's the other one? Duh, their restaurant. Um, but yeah, so and again, like I could do that on a weekend. I could do that right now if I wanted to. And
right.
for
Yeah,
$400.
you can. Yeah.
Also, when you go to their restaurants, they are friendly. Like if you ask them for a picture,
Mhm,
I've never been denied. Like they will take a picture with you.
uh-huh.
So it's like make it make sense. I'm sorry. I have a lot more. There's so many
Mhm.
things I would rather invest $400 in than that. And respectfully, like I'm not even being
Money.
disrespectful.
Yeah, right, right. No, 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 you're right. That's the thing. Yeah, it's that's becoming that's when
Also,
you're
you
exploiting
also get
something.
like a swag bag too, whatever that means. You get a swag bag.
So what comes with the swag bag? What comes with it? Does Kyle Chan's whiskey come with it? Or their whiskey that they're re-releasing?
Maybe that's
Or
actually kind of
or
interesting.
vape? Like what?
Wait, that's actually interesting. I wonder if there will be any Kyle Chan jewelry in there because Kyle Chan's jewelry is really beautiful. Actually, I do have a
Yeah,
piece
it is.
of jewelry. Can I show
Oh,
you?
do you? Oh, yeah.
Here,
Oh, yeah. Go get it. I
hold
want
on.
to see it.
Let me grab it quick.
Yeah, for sure. Matthew said, Matthew, you're probably right. A Schwartz and Sandy t-shirt and
Uh,
hat.
okay, wait. So
Probably.
Kyle Chan's jewelry, I will
Okay.
take it out.
Uh-huh.
So I went to Schwartz and Sandy's this past Tuesday, and he was leaving, and I was speaking with the DJ. The DJ that they have at Schwartz and
Hmm.
Sandy's is actually really, really good. Really appreciate
Oh,
that.
nice.
Great music. And I was able to finagle a piece of the jewelry from like the Taylor Swift collection that he has. Sorry, I'm trying to show the
Uh-huh.
too. So they're cute. They're cute long earrings you wear,
Yeah.
whatever. But I mean, a
Like
piece of
this.
his jewelry is close to 100. So if this
Hmm.
is the swag bag, that's like all right. That
Okay, then yeah. Okay.
that could kind of make sense, but there has to be like this coupled with other things in there to like really, really set it in. Also, I would
Hmm.
love to know if anybody is going to
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna ask if you were going, but now that
Him.
that I know how much it is. I thought it was I was expecting maybe $100 max.
If it was
Maybe.
if it was like 150, maybe I would have thought about going, maybe, but no,
Hmm.
400, absolutely not. Also, I am saving up for BravoCon for next year. Like that is the goal.
Right?
I would rather the VIP. I
Oh
would
yeah.
save up for the VIP like
Hmm.
experience there than Jax, Tom, and Tom.
Oh
Again,
yeah. Like I definitely plan on being there.
maybe I'm feeling differently though because I do live out in Los Angeles versus people who are not living
Hmm.
out here. Maybe they see that as it's worth it to go do a trip, spend that money. I don't want to like
Hmm.
rain on anybody's parade. Like if that's what you are into, by all means. For me though, I couldn't justify that price for the experience, you know?
Right. Yeah, 1,000%. And I'm also looking at it from my perspective. I was in San Diego for how many, like 12 years, pretty much off and on. So, and
Right.
I wasn't now I would make trips up to LA too here and there to go visit family or, friends, whatever. But yeah, no, to me, like I can't justify $400 for that. But like you said, it could make sense for someone coming out of town that's in a different state for that experience. So in that case, I could see that. But
I
you being a local and that's like one of your spots and girl, you were just chilling and kicking it with Schwartz the other day. So I'm like, you can do that easily.
right. Like, and again, though, it's because convenience. I am out here. Like, I
Right.
could
Hmm.
I could see the idea of like if I was an out of stater and it's like, oh, like let's go take a trip to Cali and then we get to do this as an experience. I could see that, especially
Hmm.
because I'm out here, so I do see them. I don't want to say I see them all the time, but I see them quite often.
Right.
So it's like I don't know,
Hmm.
maybe the sparkle isn't there anymore, or the excitement to be like, oh my god, it's them, you know.
Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. And I
Also,
get that.
I'm saving up for BravoCon. I hope to see everybody there. Like I was so disappointed
Hmm.
it was canceled this year. I
I
was
mean,
like,
I was actually trying to go. Blair and I wanted to go this year. That was our goal for with this whole podcast thing. It was like for us to get it launched off the ground enough so we can go. And then
right.
now it's like, I mean, it's still a good thing for us because I mean that's just even more time.
I
But
was gonna say, and now you guys got like into the swing of things and everything. Your name will get out
hmm.
there more, so it's still good for you guys, and also it gives us more time now to save up.
Yeah, but and actually speaking of which, yeah, of names getting out there, you're so right about that. And we were so excited because the other day we had
Yes,
our first troll, and I'm so excited about it. And that's why I'm happy about it. Look, oh, look, I just so happen to conveniently have it up here because I'm going to share it. I'm really excited about it because I'm like, look, dude, we're making it. We're getting it.
Yep. Listen, if you get trolls or haters, that means you popped up into somebody's feed and
Exactly. And that's what I liked about it. And I love that because I was just like, oh my goodness. I was like, this is so great. And I was like, what made it even better was like, I was
let
like,
me,
oh, this is
let me zoom up
the case.
that. Okay. Also, can you give context? Like, tell them what the video is about.
Oh yeah, okay. So basically what it was, we made a post. It was about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck possibly breaking up and splitting up because they were finally seen like I guess like out of the house like together or it was rumored that they weren't living together. They're like living like separate lives, whatever. And that it's been like 47 days since they've been like photographed together. And it was and this article had like that Blair had posted may have like it just came out like a few hours ago, whatever. So she posted it. And apparently, whenever we posted it, we were told that it was loud and wrong. And so we had another content creator who's actually, I don't follow them, but I've heard of them because I would see here and there, like they're just showing like my news feed or whatever, had came and popped up and said they literally just came out wearing wedding rings. Stay up on your news, please. And when this person made the post, I was asked, I was like, no, I said no pictures. I don't see anything. There's Oh wait, I think I can open it up. Let's see. Where am I at? Let's see here. Um, where did let's see here.
Look
I
at
don't know. I'm
that.
kind of
Blair
opening
said
it.
the
I
trolls are
can't
helping the algorithm. Literally, though, anytime somebody writes like
but
anything super nasty, I'm like, thanks for your engagement. I appreciate your opinion because it's like,
I was like so excited about it. I was like excited about it because whenever that happened, all of a sudden it's like we ended up we gained more followers like instantly. And then we got like 20 more subscribers on our YouTube channel. So I'm like, okay,
so
I'm
helpful.
like, this is awesome. This
Well, let
is
me
great.
zoom back out for a second. There we go.
It was, oh wait, I'm on the wrong oh, is the yeah, over yeah, but that's he made that comment and I had responded and then he responded said that it was like it was released an hour ago on a and I'm sitting there like and I'm like an hour ago. I'm like, okay, since you think since I'm really behind on my news sources because I do have work full time and I have responsibilities. I was an hour late. So to you, I apologize.
Also,
Iron
like,
King, Iron King Anoli, I guess that's what it is. But yeah, but it was really funny. That we were highly entertained by it, but then we were like, oh my God, we're getting up the algorithm. Oh
also,
gosh, I had to share that. I thought that was really funny. But
had a good comment too on that post that you posted.
oh, you want me to bring it back up?
Yeah, I liked their comment
Oh yeah, I'll bring it back up
because
really quickly. But
it
I thought this.
kind of like attests to what you posted. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like literally though.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm glad you thought that was going right. I think that's what it was. I think he wanted to get a rise out of me, and I couldn't tag him back because, of course, I already knew it. He already had it set up on his accounts where he couldn't tag him. So I was like, he does this. I'm like, I think this is what he does.
Right. Gossip Class.
Do
Do you want to read it?
or he can read it.
Gossip Class, only because I do like this comment. Gossip Class wrote, TMZ had a pic of Ben today leaving the house he moved into without J-Lo. They also haven't been seen together in like 7-ish weeks. So
Yeah,
again,
that's it.
also I feel like I Am King on Illy could have said, oh, I just saw this, and it kind of like he didn't have to say like stay up on your news, please. Like that was rude.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay. But again, it got your page engagement, it got other people commenting. So it's like, thank you.
Exactly. I know. That's how I was like, keep it coming. I'm like, and that's how I was like, this is what he does because like I noticed how it's like he didn't I was like, okay, this is what he does. I said because he has it where you can't tag him in anything. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, yeah, you one of those like you like to go hit and throw the flames, but you run away. You're I
That
can't stand that's my biggest pet peeve is like it's the people who I mean they'll dish it all day long and can't take it.
but he feels like wild at me because it's like, oh, but you can't have any opposing comments back, you know?
Mm-hmm. You know, right? I'm like, Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. And I'm over here like, get it algorithm, get it algorithm. I'm like,
No,
there we go.
but like
Let's
my
just move
MO,
on like that.
like with that stuff, my MO is kill them with kindness always.
Yeah.
You're
Hmm.
helping me out, babe. Thank you. Thanks for the comment. Thank you for it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. I had a whole dance. It was fun. And then all it does is just makes you want to get out there even more for me and create
Yes.
content. But you know what though? It's like, and the way I look at it is I'm using my degree that I worked hard on for 4 years
Right.
in college. And yeah, it may be like years and years and years later that I'm actually using it. But you know what? Hey, look, my education's not going to waste. Hey, look, broadcast journalism, be proud of me, Southeastern Louisiana University. I'm
Right.
doing it.
Yep. Hey, it's never too late to start, right? Better late than never.
You're right. Exactly, exactly. I just went back to my roots. I just never thought it would ever. I mean, shit, nobody ever thought to think that things would be like this. But I like it. I'm digging it.
And it's so fun. And honestly, the content creator community, for the most part, has been really, really awesome. Like, look, we have
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
friendship from
Uh-huh.
social media posts and stuff. Like, who I never would have thought some of my
Right.
very closest friends right now would come for me posting on TikTok or Instagram. And it's like
I
that friend,
know. It's
I'm gonna flip it again.
I know. I know. It's so cool.
Beautiful and like so worth it, if that makes sense, because at the end of the day, I mean,
Uh-huh.
especially when you vibe and align with like your people, we all know that like it's reality TV, like we're doing this because this is what we watch and stuff, but we are also
Right.
people, we also have feelings, we also, you know, are understanding. And I think when you find like your niche of good content creator people, you hold on to them because it's
Mhm.
like it's fun, it's like our own
It is.
community within it.
Mhm. It is, and it's like a nice little escape. Look, perfect example. Gossip Class said. She says, "I have a certificate in EKG technology. I'll never use. Damn straight. She's a content creator. Girl,
Right.
get after it and do what you want to do."
Seriously, if it makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I held myself back for so long. I was like, no, I also had some trauma I was holding on to because I was like, you know,
Uh-huh.
high school posting on Facebook making videos and I got bullied heavily for that. And then I shut down my Facebook and I said, okay, now I don't want to be online anymore. Fast forward 10 years
Mm-hmm.
later, and I'm like, you know what? No, I'm going to do it again. And I'm so happy that I finally, again, better late than
Good.
finally did it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been, I don't know, I'm very happy that I started all of this again, fostering great relationships, meaningful
Mm-hmm.
relationships, you know?
I agree. I agree. You know, and it just reminds me of like a lot of things like I think about like how people would just people get in other people's ways a lot and it discourages them. So I think that if someone wants to do something and go after it, try it. And then if
Right.
there's like a and if I mean if things fall apart in your life and you're just trying to like get it together or want to prove something to someone that maybe that you no longer have like a relationship with or things are falling out, all kinds of things happen. But it made me think of this quote from like this guy, Jocko Willink. It's one of my favorite quotes. It's the best revenge is success. And I look at that like whenever you want to get back at somebody or if something like you just feel like you want eye for an eye. Like that's my biggest thing. I'm still I still have some things to work on because I'm still an eye for an eye type of person. But it's like I have to kind of redirect that and just think, that success. It's like the best revenge is success. Just
And
keep your
on
head down and just work hard and let them see what you become and who you become.
and that can be applied to King,
Hmm.
whatever his name is. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
like I'm gonna now be successful.
Mhm.
That's how like instead of being bitter, be better. That's kind of it. You
Yep,
know what I mean? Like
exactly.
let,
Hmm.
let them stay bitter. There is a song, and it's like I think it's Beyonce. I can't remember the name of the song, but she's like the best revenge is your paper, and it's kind of talking
Yeah, it
about
is. Uh-huh.
making
Hmm.
be successful. Go make your
Yep.
money, go make your paper, and that's the best revenge.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Mhm, it is. It really is. Uh-huh.
So I totally vibe with that 1,000%. Now,
Oh
Someone
yeah.
just said in the chat, you should see what they are saying about Justin Timberlake today. Do you know anything about that?
Oh wait, I know nothing about that. Please, Monica, could you please inform us? Because oh wait,
Literally,
this
I'm like, what
this
should I
is
type
something
in?
we
Justin
got some breaking news.
news.
Oh,
Let's see,
what's going on?
23 hours ago, TMZ reported Jessica Biel navigating distance with Justin Timberlake is always a work in progress. Is that what Iris Timberlake? Okay, hold on. I'm typing in Iris Timberlake news. I don't see anything coming up right now.
Yeah, looking. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Okay, so trigger warning about SA. Hold on. See, it's so funny. There's nothing coming up about this. So
Yeah, I'm only seeing stuff about their just from like 2 days
in
ago.
the sense
Just
of it's interesting that there's nothing
navigating their
if there
yeah.
was, if that makes sense. Also,
Mhm.
Justin Timberlake's secret daughter.
Wait,
Did
what?
anybody, did anybody know that he had a daughter that was like 20 years old? Because I didn't.
Oh, I didn't know anything about that.
Very, very interesting. All right, I think
Interesting.
we're gonna have to do some digging on this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm definitely gonna be. I'll look into that for sure. I am definitely not the biggest fan of Justin Timberlake. I thought that it was very
Yeah, me either.
a lot of comments, kind of denoting that he doesn't really care about Britney Spears and stuff like that and that whole thing. So at his concerts, he makes certain like gestures during his song. And I'm just
Yeah,
like,
he does. Hmm.
for me, like, I would be so okay if NSYNC came back without him.
Hmm.
He was an NSYNC,
And
right?
what's so sad is that they wanted to come back for a long time, but he was the one that never budged. And then as soon as he knew that Britney was coming out with the book, and then he had an album coming out, all these things,
And then
all of a
it's
sudden it's like, okay, let's get the band back together, but just for a movie, and then
yep. And it's almost like let's get the band back together and distract the whole nation. And
yeah, right. That's yeah, a good
again,
a good PR try, I think. It didn't really work, but
thank you, Monica. If you want to DM me or Pop Culture Green Room just so we can stay connected, because you definitely seem to
Mhm.
be privy to all of this, please do. Would super appreciate it.
because she's giving a lot of
You have more
info
knowledge
too that I
than
don't know anything
this right
about. And now look, inquiring minds want to know.
now.
I'm like all into this now. I'm like, what is going on?
I
I
know
want to
we're
know.
gonna hang up, and I'm gonna be
I
like,
want to know. I want to know.
instead of I want to rock right now,
Oh,
I want to know
I
right now.
know. I want to know.
I want to know right
I
now.
want to know. I want to know. I want to know.
You get me. You so get me. Yeah, either DM us on TikTok or on Instagram. Our names are the same. Your name is the same on Instagram.
Mhm.
Okay. Yep.
Definitely. Oh yeah.
Because now
Oh,
we can,
well,
like,
on that
actually look
note,
up
oh yeah. Oh
things.
my goodness.
And then we
Yeah,
can
now I'm very
properly report on it as per Kingaling. I can never remember
hmm
their hater's name.
yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah. Yeah, we have to report on it right on the minute to the minute.
no, literally.
Yeah. We might get smoked if we're 5 minutes late. Maybe even three.
Stop! I can't. It's so true. I cannot. I cannot.
What's that?
Um,
I cannot. I'm like, really? I'm like, for real? I'm like, really, really? I'm
also,
like,
just curious.
no.
Sorry, I'm a little bit. I'm like hyper fixated on this. Have you ever written anything like that in another content creator's content?
No, ever. I've never seen any other creators do that to anybody else. That's I usually see trolls do that to other people. I've never seen yeah, I've
That's
never seen other
like I have
creators do
to
that
say
to
about the
others.
content creator community. I do feel like everybody is,
Mhm.
for the most part, very respectful, like towards one
Yeah.
another's content and
And
stuff.
some of them, but then they got some areas where you can see where they do get messy, and I've seen it before.
I know
And
that's
that's I try to stay away from that, but it looks like I'm kind of having fun now. So now I'm kind of having a little bit of fun since we got fun. Oh, I'm saying it with my chest.
literally though. Literally though. No, I love it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. But
She got you. I like reading because I like reading the
mhm,
comments because if you're not a visual person and you're an audio person, I feel like that's also I like reading
true.
both modalities,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. But oh my God. So what do we have going on this week? Um with reality TV. Oh, did you tune into the Met Gala at all? I was really into the
Okay.
outfits
I
this year, the
would
costumes.
definitely live under a rock for that. I like didn't know it was even happening. I did not really
Yeah,
know
right.
about it. Still
Yeah,
don't I don't get the
and
Met Gala. What is it?
so but basically
I
kind of
know
it
you
started off years and years ago. And it's kind of like they all like they basically get together and they celebrate fashion or design. I don't even know the whole scope of it exactly, but I know that Anne Wintour plays like a huge role in it now. And then they just kind of do like all kinds of like basically it's like I guess it's like each year the themes like tell like a story, and then they're supposed to
like
like dress to like I guess
that theme.
find like somebody that's like a fashion inspiration I like designer that they kind of because last year I think it was Karl Lagerfeld, I believe.
Yeah, I know Kim, I
I'm
know
trying to
nothing
remember,
about.
yeah, but
I
yeah,
will
I
see
know, yeah, you just said you
scroll
know
and I'm
nothing,
like,
but
oh,
I just find it's weird that I was actually really
oh.
I've never been into it like I was into the fashions for some reason.
Okay, Shisha said it's a party to
Mm.
benefit the Metro Museum. Okay, that I can
Oh,
see.
okay, got it.
I mean,
That
listen,
okay.
I love a good costume. You know what I mean? Absolutely.
Hmm.
I love a good
Poor
costume.
Canna Kate. Well, you're still alive.
We're
It's
still
my
alive.
fault.
We're
It's
still
my fault, Canna
rocking.
Kate. I'm all,
We are still rocking.
Mhm.
I might go live later tonight, maybe to listen to I'm stuttering shenanigans. I might
Oh
because
yeah, yeah.
that
Hmm.
was also a good pod too. I might. I'm not sure yet, or maybe I'll just save it for tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna kind of just flow with the day.
Girl, yeah, have some fun. Because I'm actually about to let you go because you got some things to go do and go have some fun for me. And so I live vicariously through you right now since I'm in Louisiana not doing any.
Listen,
Oh, good God.
for
It's
now,
okay. I'm not in New Orleans. Last weekend I had a blast. I was in New Orleans with my friends, Galen and Renell, and we had a blast. And I'm going to have my friends, they're going to one day come on this podcast too. So shout
yes,
out to y'all. I hope y'all are watching and listening.
and also you're there for now. We'll just talk very
Mhm.
moment because
Yeah,
everything's temporary. You know
exactly.
what I mean, like we're building towards
Yes,
different
yes,
things.
yes.
So just for now,
Mhm.
and
Mhm. You're right. You're right.
kind of like I think I'm gonna like say it here first, but like I would like to kind of put together something for BravoCon next year for content creators. Like maybe there's a way that we can all go to dinner together or something, or just kind
Yeah,
of meet up and do something all together because I think that would be really, really fun.
that's a great idea. I love that. Let's do it. We
So
will do it. We're
I know
gonna do
you're
it.
in. I know you're down.
Mhm.
So you're my
Oh
first like
yeah.
invite, my first evite.
Oh hell yeah. Let's
But
do it. Let's
obviously
do
not
it. It's
just
gonna be a
content creators. Like if like
party.
I'll put it out there in the sense of like, hey, content creators, but also like if you guys are planning on going, I want to obviously meet up with everyone that like we have
Hmm.
connections with and stuff too. But I think
Yeah, I know,
it's
right?
really fun.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh my goodness. It'll be
Like,
so much fun. We get to meet each other. Yeah.
I know.
Maybe we'll have a rap battle or two. Who knows?
I would love that. Oh my god, I would love. I'm just excited to like hug you and be like, Kim. Oh my god, yeah, it's gonna
I
be
know,
so
but I
fun.
come out there sooner. I can come out. I mean, I've got lots of people to visit, so I'm actually thinking about making a summer trip to LA.
It'd
So
be great
I
because
will keep you posted. You'll be the first to know. So
and we could do our own bar crawl for a lot cheaper.
you know,
I would love
definitely a lot cheaper for me because I don't drink alcohol anymore. I I have my medical marijuana so I
exactly. Well,
stick
that's okay.
with.
I was gonna say you're
There you
in
go.
New York
Yeah.
City, you know what I mean? Because it's totally legal here. So
Oh, I know. It's so oh my gosh,
yeah,
Louisiana, it's like so like, oh, I'm like Louisiana and its laws and going back 30 years. I don't know. It's well,
yeah.
it's the home where my family's from, but other than that, it's not I don't feel that not that draw and that correct connection and pull like California's got me.
Right. And not just
Yeah.
Louisiana too. There's so many states I am like still in shock about
Mhm.
that alcohol is legal everywhere and marijuana is not when it literally like is growing in
Hmm.
the ground, like it's a plant and it's not
Yeah,
legal.
I know. Yeah.
It really does.
I've seen it cause less trouble than, yeah.
I have never in my life seen two people high getting into a fist fight. Okay. Alcohol induced? Yeah, but it's just wild. Anyway, Canna Kate said for us to not buy tickets and just do our own bar crawl. I totally agree.
I know, right? You
We're
just
also
forgot on
they
the
sold out, by the way. Like,
I'm
they
still gonna dance
sold
on the table though. Oh, I still. Oh yeah, I'm still out there getting it. No, like not out here, but I'll go out there and go act like myself. I'll go be my act like my damn self.
no, absolutely, yeah. No, please keep me obviously posted if you're gonna come and do like a little summer visit because that would be amazing. I would love that. That would be really
Wait,
fun.
it's sold out. It's sold out.
Yes,
Wait,
it's
okay,
sold out.
wait,
It's
the
sold out
bar club. How about I
yesterday.
miss that? It's sold
So
out.
they sold out, and that's what I was saying. Bravo Buds or the Bravo Investigator posted they sold out and they made
Oh, I missed it when you said that.
$25,000, which is
Oh,
wild.
got it. So that's how already knew. I totally clocked out and missed that part that you said that they
Monica,
sold
I
out.
appreciate you. We're gonna definitely check our DMs
Hmm.
for sure. We'll look into this.
Yay, for sure, definitely. All right, girl. Well, I'm gonna let you go because you need to go, and I need to get some things done. I have a dog that probably thinks I'm forgetting about her, but
I have to tend to them first. Yeah, literally. But Kim, as
for
always, thank
sure.
you so much. I enjoy our time together. I love you so much, and I really appreciate
Likewise.
it. So
Same.
yes,
This was so much fun. Yes, heart
I
to
love
that.
that we had like
Y'all,
our.
please. Yes, and check out at the description too. I've got all of Connection Queen X's information. I've got her link for her TikTok, her Instagram, and also y'all check out her song. She's got a phenomenal voice. She has a song, it's a single called Something About Her. I've got it linked. Go ahead, download it. It's on iTunes. It's just a dollar, I think like $1.20 or whatever. It's really cheap.
And it's
Just
on
get it. Go
Spotify.
support.
You could stream it for free on Spotify, by the way. Thank you
No,
for
I was purposely not trying to tell anybody that. I didn't want people to go pay for it.
you're so cute. I was gonna say I literally make music just because I love it. You are so
Yeah.
sweet. But
No, I was trying to help out, but I purposely left it off for that reason. But it's okay. Yes, it is on Spotify also for free.
you are so sweet. Thank you for trying to help me make my for real. Only because no, literally, do you
Girl, I
see?
got you.
Like I'm so dumb. I'm like, oh,
Hmm.
that's a plug. Yeah. But also I just my goal is people hear it, they feel good, they feel empowered, and
Hmm.
it hypes them up to go do something. That for me is worth more than I'm gonna sound cheesy, but any money. But I love you for thank you for saying that for real.
It does. It's a bop. It's a bop. It made me want to go out and I put my sunroof up and I went and got my nails done. It's yeah. It's one
Yeah,
first her. I love
it's
it.
like I wanted it to be like empowering. Like, yes, I'm a
It's
bad
good.
bitch. I could
Hmm.
go do like I don't
I
need a
like it.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. Like I said, it's really good. It's a bop. It really is, y'all. Yeah, listen to it. Yeah, I was running late. I was gonna try to play it on my laptop, but I was running a little bit behind. But next time I'll play it.
Yeah, I was like, sometime in the future. Also, I play it like almost every single time I live stream, just to try to like
Good.
throw it out there. Also,
Yeah.
I might piggyback off of what you did, and during my lives, be like, it's only
Mhm.
$1.20 just to see. But honestly, I haven't even checked. I don't even think I've made any money off of that. But I'm also like, I just want people to feel good. That for me is like the best. I just want people to feel good because when people feel good, they act good, and when they act good, people are more kind and loving, and that's what we're trying to curate over here is peace
Mhm.
within. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh yeah.
Ooh, Shisha,
100.
manifesting a Valley reunion and a song. Okay, I will definitely
Oh
note,
yeah.
I will
Hmm.
note that for sure. I know I'm trying to get like my creative juices back and figure out like what what should I write about now? Like what could I write about based on everything that's happened? Maybe I could write something about VPR maybe coming to an end, but we'll see. We'll see.
It'll come. It'll hit you.
The creative juices will come. I might have to hit my friend THC and then we'll get a little party going. But yeah.
There you go. Mhm. Get those creative juices flowing. Yes. Oh, well, so thank you so much again. Thank y'all, everybody on TikTok, also live,
You guys.
Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Instagram Live. One day I'm gonna figure out how to stream Instagram on uh live. I don't, for whatever reason, I can never get it to work. I put in all the right stuff into my StreamYard, but um, I don't know.
If I had another
This
device, I would have streamed it
I
from
can't figure it out. Yeah.
live on
Yeah,
Instagram, right?
you're good. Yeah, no, this is good. This is
How that works. Have you done an Instagram live?
mhm. I did just directly from Instagram. Um, a couple times I've done it, but I've never done it like streaming through like StreamYard to like branch out like I did.
Okay.
Yeah, for
I've
this one.
never gone
I'll
live.
ask Krista because Krista knows how to do it. She was trying to walk me through it the other day, and I don't know where I got lost at, but I
Okay.
will figure it out. That's
I'm
my
gonna
homework.
try to go maybe live on oh, see, IG live is lame. It's not good quality. Okay, so we didn't miss out on anything
That's
then.
okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, communicate. So
Perfect.
alrighty, awesome. Well, I'll wrap this up because if not, we're gonna stay on. We're gonna
I
stay
know
talking like we did last time for like 3 hours. So, alright.
we're gonna keep
Yes,
talking.
well, thank y'all so much. We'll be back. We're gonna get back to regular schedule soon. Blair sends her well wishes, and if she can't make it, y'all are gonna get me. Y'all are gonna keep getting more of me. And hi.
I love it. We love it.
Great. Well, y'all have a great day, great evening. We'll see y'all soon, and have some fun, getting some trouble, but not too much. All right. Bye,
Yeah.
y'all.
Bye. Thank you. All right, guys. I'm also gonna say goodbye over here too.